I conquered everything a man could want. Money, power, and most importantly, a woman whom I loved. However, due to an incident, my beloved ended up being murdered by her own father, and after seeking revenge, I ended up with no reason to stay alive. Until one moment, I discovered that she might have been reincarnated, and I promised that I will find her, even if I have to go to another world. On a battlefield, we see a young man standing amidst the enemies, holding his sword. These guys, how long are they going to keep coming? The men dressed in black stare at him over the rain. After that, they rush towards him, defeating other men who were in the way. You are dead, you bastard. One of the men talks about closing the distance. However, the young man with his sword in hand performs a blow and ends up defeating him. These attacks don't end. Bastards. We made a deal and you betray me like this? But I need to protect my lady. We need to hold out as long as possible. Help is already on the way, right? For help? Are you talking about these guys here? Heads are thrown and roll in puddles in front of him. Our efforts have been annihilated. How did this happen? Then a man with an intimidating presence arrives at the scene. That's the leader of the alliance. Miriam first. Sky-piercing sword. Damn Chunhak. That's your true power. Chunhak thinks and then speaks. The power of Ice Pavilion is formidable. You managed to resist us until now. I am surprised that you have the courage to be so conceited. If you had met my master in person, you would already be dead. How dare you? Cut out his tongue. You bastard. How dare you speak to our lord like that? You will die? You will die by our hands. Wait. Please. Wait a little. Miss Wyan. It's okay. Don't worry about me. All of you. Step away. Understood. His men jump back. Lord Mengi, you were not only deceived by these bastards, but even ran away from home. I have never been so dishonored before. However, everyone makes mistakes and can be forgiven, like your father. I'm giving you one last chance to come back. You are smart. You know what choice to make. If it's to come back, you will let them live. The Lord doesn't answer. I understand. I'm so sorry. Good father. Mengi says, raising his shitty sword. He raises it high and brings it down, making a cut on his own daughter. Stop. I don't have a daughter anymore. She was influenced by the orcs. Our only mission now is to recover the soul of the Central Plains. Clean up this mess. As soon as the command is given, his men rush forward. The man with his sword remains standing and defeating the opponents who attack him. Fight to the last man. The battle restarts. On the ground, we see the girl still alive, but suffering, thinking, I have to go back, but my promise. I'm sorry I can't keep it. Next time, I promise I will. We see a lightning bolt falling from the sky. What did you say? Asks the master of the North Sea Palace. Sea changed. The members of the Ice Pavilion, including Lord Baemyichu, who left as sent to conclude the negotiations with the Martial Alliance, ended up meeting with the Murim Alliance, and were annihilated. She was with them. As soon as the man reports this, an Argyra dissipates throughout the environment. Unforgivable. I will never forgive them. Until the last one of them. I will erase them all from the map, he says, getting up and emanating his energy. Get ready. We're going to the Central Plains. Outside, we see the group, gathered and walking towards their objective. After the departure, in another moment, we see the Lord kneeling, leaning on his sword. We were annihilated. My inner power is exhausted. This is the end. After thinking about his situation, he says, kill me now, master of the Northern Palace. Why? Why did you kill her? For what reason, huh? What are you talking about? The leader's daughter. Playing love games with a barbarian like you. It wouldn't be a big mistake to let her live. Listening to this, he stretches out his hand and prepares to unleash a blow. Yes, you may have stayed with Jiang Nam, but you won't get what you wanted most. A blow suddenly passes through his body. After all, this is how it ends. Ion, why did you betray your father and associate yourself with that barbarian? I am furious and resentful. That night, with the death of the Alliance leader, Mirandante, a long bloody battle of 6 years, came to an end. Beyond the living of the North Sea, the master of the North Sea Palace, Seomuduk, that was also the moment in which he became the ruler, absolute of the plains. Central, however, his change that showed no emotion and simply looked at the moon calmly. Back in his quarters, the man observes a flower. All that's left to me now is that flower. A memory comes to his mind. The girl comes running up to him, holding the vase with the flower. Huh? You in one. What's the problem? Look at this. Finally, the lotuses of love. The lotus of love has blossomed. The lotus of love. The flower that only blooms when couples really love each other. Yes, that's right. I never doubted our feelings, although I was so down because it didn't bloom. But now it has blossomed so beautifully. It wasn't just me who loved. You really love me too. Ah, seriously, of course. Who else would I love besides you? The two hug. To Aeon is so happy. I'm so grateful for this flower. Going back to the present day, he reflects looking at the thing. I should fill the entire garden with love lotus flowers for you, Wan. No matter how much I try, I don't forget you. The flower that seemed to be dead suddenly regains its glow. The lotus of love bloomed again. How is that possible? Woman Alm. Upon calling, a man appears behind her. Yes, find someone to explain to me what just happened. Before my eyes. Find. Even if you search all the Central Plains. Yes, sir. A few days later, the Mamba, who already says that those who know everything in the world are gathered in the ice palace of the North Sea. Why on earth? The divine palace of the North Sea is talking to us. Get out what? A voice from heaven. My God. Who do you guys think it is? Who knows? Let's go see. All that. This is incredible. On the outside, as promised by Sue, we see several love plants. This is the first time in my entire life that I see a garden full of love lotuses. It's a flower that you might not see even once in your life. The word love is written on the stem, as if it were embroidered. It is undoubtedly the lotus of love. Since there are so many rare flowers, I like flowers, just like them. This flower is. Wait, who are you? I am CEO Mudok, the owner of this garden. What? CEO Mudok? Because the absolute ruler of the Central Plains. Everyone knows that. This garden is full of the lotus of love. My love, and I made it bloom with our love. But when she died, the flower also died. However, for some reason, it revived days ago. Revived, is it? That's right. Did the lotus of love really revive? Yes, I saw it with my own eyes, huh? What a strange thing. It's a mystery, huh? Still a possibility. A possibility? Which one? Ah, that is rebirth in a new body. In other words, reincarnation. It seems that the late love of the palace master reincarnated somewhere in the world. Is that really true? If not, there is no other explanation for the lotus to grow again. Reincarnation. Reincarnation. You say, that finally is hope. I managed to enter the plains, central, and unify the entire region, fulfilling the long-standing wish of the North Sea. But all I have is emptiness. As the North Sea prospers, my longing for you only grows. The Ion I lost you, and had no purpose to continue living. So how are we going to find her? Explain quickly. A lotus of love shines faintly when the two loves are in the same place. When the master of the palace finds his love, a lotus will shine. Now that I think about it, a lotus that Ion brought was shining. At the time, I didn't think about it, but it was such a big secret. Carrying a living flower must be difficult. So put the lotus in a jewel to take with you. That is possible, yes. It's good then. I'll trust you. We leave in 10 days. Be ready. Until then, yes. It is understood. If all goes well, I will reward each of the Mambasher with 100 liang of gold. 100 liang of gold. Seriously. I'm going now, yes. Take care. Master of the palace. I thought there never would be again. But now I have more hope. And I won't let it go. No matter where it is. Even if it's in hell. I will go. Wait for me, Wan. A boat sails in the middle of the sea. Inside it, we see Seol with a map in front of him. He analyzes, it's not here. So all that's left is Reina. It's been 3 years and 5 months since I started looking for her, and I still haven't found her anywhere in the Central Plains. In that time, I advanced from the realm of transformation to the profound realm, and I experienced a complete metamorphosis twice. She must be in Reina Wan. We see another memory. Why? You didn't need to go then. Why did you go? My father decided to participate personally in this negotiation. If I, your daughter, participate, he will certainly understand Opa's intentions. It can't be just a trap. This time, I want to trust my father. Please, let me go? Ah, okay. But if something seems wrong, don't hesitate and come back immediately. Yes, of course. Please, take this too, huh? What is this? It's a memento from my late mother. She said this necklace has the power to return the person who gave this necklace. You'll always bring Appa back to me. Don't worry. I'll never leave your side, ah? I should have stopped you at all costs back then. Sue wakes up in his bed. A storm is coming. Everyone, hold on tight. Hold on. Use the ropes to tie yourselves up. Very tight. A sudden storm. Suddenly, he notices something strange. Looking at the giant wave coming towards the boat, he thinks that protector, 1,000-pound hammer. By casting the spell, an orb appears, protecting him from the water. Some crew members, however, are thrown into the air. No, Mom, damn it. This way. Press the telekinetic. With magic, he throws wood towards the people in the water. Let's start with this. It's coming again. Another huge wave surges in front of him. Hold on tight. No matter what happens, the ship can't take much more. There's only one option left. If you put your hand on your sword and start to emanate a power from the crew, then see themselves covered by an icy mist. What is this? Why is it so cold? It's so cold. I need to freeze the waves. Freezing ice wind. As soon as he prepares to attack the collar, it starts to shine. What the collar? A light. Yellow and extremely strong, it starts to rise to the sky. The water rises in a spiral towards him. Sue, while being blinded by the light, is also pulled in direction to it. It is impossible. What happened, huh? Where am I? It's tight. I'm inside a carriage. How did I get here? I was definitely fighting a storm in the middle of the sea. A scream came from there. Looking out of the carriage, he finds men running from giant flies, hidden in the middle of a bush. A woman stands next to a Savina girl. Ain, we're going to save them. The carriage behind the group is suddenly cut along with the flies. The first class of the carriage. They're in the midst of the raised dust. A finger appears. Seguida. Vimos sudape. Isso Paris. Como uma floresta algum lugar das planícies centrais. El são estrangeiros. O que significa que eu este bem longe das planícies centrais. Ok moscas. Parada frente aos grupos. Ele pergunta. Estrangeiros e moscas. Ok está acontecendo nas planícies centrais. Dos incidos tena atacar. Divina palma de galo branco. Ele lanka o ataque derico a mosca e derrota. Como alça uma mera besta atacar humano. So porque cresce pouco mais. Imperdoável. Seu avanca. Liberando sua magia e derrotando todos os incidos. Divina palma de galo branco. Isso é mais do que o suficiente para alguns incidos. Patéticos. As pessoas que pouco estavam amedrontadas. Agora system impressionadas. Impossível. Dos rapazes do grupo tenta se aproximar de seu. Ou falando uma língua que ele não entende. Eu sou Edmund Raul. O líder do associação. De Mercadores Raul. Muito obrigado. Por salvar a nossa associação de Mercadores. Posso saber o nome do nosso Salvador. Senhor Espadachim Mágico. O que ele está dizendo? Paris que ele está me agradecendo. Desculpe. Mas eu não entendo línguas estrangeiras. Tem alguém aqui que possa falar a língua das planícies. Then, we cease standing. That looks like a forest somewhere in the Central Plains. They are foreigners, which means I'm far away from the plains. Central. What flies? Stop in front of the groups. He asks. Foreigners and flies. What's going on in the Central Plains? One of the insects tries to attack. Divine palm of white ice. He launches the attack towards the fly and defeats it. How dare a mere beast attack a human? Just because it grew a little more. Unforgivable. His advances. Releasing his magic and defeating all the insects. Divine palm of white ice. That's more than enough for some bugs. Pathetic. The people who were frightened until recently. Now watch in awe. Impossible. One of the guys in the group tries to approach his or speaking a language he doesn't understand. I'm Edmund Rowell, the leader of the Association of Rowell Merchants. Thank you very much for saving our merchant association. May I know the name of our savior? Sir Magic Swordsman. What is he saying? It seems he is thanking me. Sorry, but I don't understand foreign languages. Is there anyone here who can speak the language of the plains? Central. No one answers, huh? No one seems to have understood. People keep talking to each other. I'm asking if anyone knows the language of the plains. Central. Is there really no one, damn it? How should I explain this? Two men continue talking until one of them hands him a ring. A ring? What is he talking about? Edmund suddenly crosses his hands over his head and says, interpret language. The what? Sue looks with disdain. Can you understand me now? You are suddenly speaking fluently the language of the Central Plains. That's the power of the ring. Yes, that's it. I understand. This is the language of the Central Plains. Let me introduce myself again. I am Edmund Rowell, the leader of the Rowell Merchant Association. Thank you very much for saving our merchant association. Can I know the name of our savior? Sir Magic Swordsman. I don't know what a magic swordsman is, but my name is Seo Madoki. Excuse me, you don't know what a magic swordsman is? A magic swordsman is someone who uses both sword and magic. Like you. Magic, what is that? Excuse me, he just cast ice right in front of us. He doesn't know what magic is. Where the hell is he from? Excuse me. How to start explaining this? I asked you a question. Answer quickly. He's crazy. Definitely crazy, right? He said he doesn't know. Then I'll explain it to him. Who knows? What will happen if this lunatic goes on a rampage? Here, I understand. I'll explain. Please calm down. If at dusk, we see the two sitting around a campfire, then there's something called magic. In this part of the Central Plains, the world is truly vast. Finally I calmed down. By the way, what exactly are the Central Plains you mentioned, huh? What do you mean? By what are the Central Plains? Are you saying you don't know where you are now? Pardon, what do you mean? I'm asking. Because it's absurd not to know about the Central Plains, being in the Central Plains themselves. As expected. He's really crazy. Sir Magic Swordsman. Here is not the Central Plains. We are in a forest that leads to the kingdom's capital, Drake Baron. Listen, my foreign friend. I've never heard anyone refer to the Central Plains like Drake. You don't seem that old. But you're already senile. Who are you calling senile? You crazy. The man thinks. Senile. I'm only 50 years old. Instead, I'm worried. Because you keep insisting that this place is the Central Plains after being saved. What, okay? So if that's the case, we can ask. That boy who's peeking behind the tree, isn't that Leo? Why are you here? Right, boy. Are these the Central Plains or Drake? Answer honestly. Why aren't you answering me? No matter what you say, Leo can't understand your words here. I'll give you this ring. Put it on your finger and say, interpret language. Even if it's a waste. Borrow a magic artifact. As expensive as a language interpreter for a madman. I can't accept being treated like a senile old man. Interpret language. As soon as he says that, the object takes effect. I hear. I can understand the words of foreigners. What amazing sorcery. Right, boy. What is your name? My name is Leo. Right, Leo? Let me ask you. This place, is it the Central Plains or Drake? Pardon? What exactly are the Central Plains? This is a forest, located on the way that leads to Baron, the capital of the Kingdom of Drake. What did you say? Are you becoming senile too? Did you tell this kid to say that? Absolutely not. In case you're suspicious, you can ask all the members of our merchant association. Based on his reaction, it doesn't seem like he's lying. So this really isn't the Central Plain. Now that I think about it, I was fighting against a storm on the ship just before, and when I opened my eyes, I was already inside a carriage. I might have been teleported. I moved through space. This is the Dragon Kingdom, not the Central Plains. What is this? Suddenly, he feels something in his chest. What was this strange feeling in my Dante? Right now? Do you believe me now? That energy is unlike anything I've ever experienced. Something isn't right. Hey, where are you going? I need to check for myself. It's different. That pure energy, this place, is definitely different from the Central Plains. If you get momentum on a stone and jump into the air, up there, We see energy accumulating in his chest, and then he opening his arms. The amount of QI accumulated in my Dantian doubled. However, how did I end up stopping here? Instead of the central plains, I need to find Ion as quickly as possible. It could be because of the light emitted by this necklace. At that moment, Ion said that putting this necklace had the power to return to the person who gave it. So if I was sent here, it must be to look for her. Oh, I understood. She must be here. What was that earlier? Where did the magic swordsman go? Who knows? He is completely unpredictable. Everyone is here. I had some matters to deal with. That's why I left for one moment. In addition, I have one question. All right. Why is he suddenly smiling so frighteningly? What that boy Leo said about this place being the Dragon Kingdom was true. Yes, it was. If we move forward a little more, we will reach the capital of this kingdom. Baran. Where is that? You really don't know anything about this place, huh? You must have spent all your time training in the mountains. I've heard stories about eccentric people like you, but this is the first time seeing one in the flesh. That's right. I have been training in the mountains, and only now did I come out to see the world. That's why I don't know anything. Baran, Dragon Kingdom. I've never heard of these places before. Maybe I can find out more about this place. With this kid, well, seeing that some of them have different colored eyes. This must be the lands of the Western barbarians that I've only heard of. Wow, just as I imagined. I was right. Then I should teach you a few things. Mr. Magic Swordsman. I would appreciate that. Then follow me, okay? By the way, what's your name? I'm Luffy. And yours, Mr. Magic Swordsman? Why is he suddenly acting so friendly? It's scary. He really is unpredictable. That night, I began to learn about this place and the language that people use here through Luffy. As unbelievable as it was, this place is not a foreign land, but rather, an entirely different world. The land has a strange shape, and the writing differs from those of the Central Plains. In this world, not only are there other species, like elves and dwarves, but there are also similar beings, like beast men. Of all these species, the strongest are creatures known as dragons, which are lizards with wings or something. Then there's something called teleportation magic, and magic circles. That's teleportation magic. Can be used by mages of the 5th circle or above. They draw a magic circle on the ground and recite the spell. Then, someone can instantly travel wherever they want. The better the mage's skill, the further they can go. There are inexplicable sorceries here too. What other amazing things could this world have? Looking at the sky, he notices something strange, 3 moons, I have to admit. This place is completely different from anywhere. In the Central Plains. Wayne, you really summoned me here, Savina. Don't do that. What's that noise? That's Ollie. What do you mean no? Don't get close, or I'll kill you all. A girl says, holding a knife, while holding a little girl hostage. Savina, please. We're not going to do that, right? What are you seeing? When we get to the capital, they will definitely be able to heal you. There are many mages in the capital. I'll even ask Edmund for a favor, okay? And is scared. Charles, do you really think I'm an idiot? In the capital, healers are rare. And if you manage to find one, do you know how much money you'll spend? The assassin bug's egg is lodged in my heart, and it can hatch into a larva at any moment. How can anyone heal that? This is. When the egg turns into a larva, it will tear apart, and an eye. So it will be better for me to die before that, while I'm still whole. Upon saying that, while raising the knife, Sue interferes. Wait, I have a rough idea of the situation. He stretches out his hand, and using some magic, telekinetically manages to bring the knife to himself. Mr. Magic Swordsman, I will take care of you. So you should put that dagger away. When did you do this? Come sit down at once. The treatment must be done soon. You know, healing magic. Mr. Magic Swordsman, I don't know magic. I only know some healing techniques that are taught in the place where I came from. So please, calm down for now. Please, save these children. Mr. Magic Swordsman, I don't have much to give you, but I will certainly repay you with all my heart. I was going to do it anyway without you asking. I'll start the treatment now. So everyone, please step back a little. Yes, understood. Okay, everyone, step back. SEU approaches the backs of the two There's no need to be so tense. It won't take long. Close your eyes and relax. SCU with his hands on the backs of the two. An energy begins to emanate. The insect egg is near their hearts, right? It's around here. Ah, I found it. While the others observe the process. He thinks. Fortunately, the eggs haven't hatched yet. Now I just need to control my energy and burn the eggs without hurting the heart. The glow of the light emanating from his energy starts to change color from a light orange to blue. As soon as that happens, his energy reaches the girls' hearts. Okay, it's done. Sorry, seriously. I destroyed the insect eggs. So you can rest assured right now. Ain and Savino will be fine. Now it's all over. Mr. Magic Swordsman. Of course, there won't be any side effects. So you two don't need to worry. Thank you. Magical Swordsman. You are our savior. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Magical Swordsman. Sitting under a tree. He reflects. Ah, it was a long day. Today I missed you even more. I hope I can see you again soon. We see the carriage approaching a city. Why is the weather so hot? It's boiling. Magical Swordsman. Drink some of the water. All right. Thank you. Ah, it's lukewarm. If I release a little cold energy, your water container starts to cool down. Ah, it's so hot today. Are you okay? Magical Swordsman. Yes, I'm a little better than before. Ah, what strange noise is that coming from the canteen? Ah, it's ice cold. Take my God. Why is this so cold? Try to drink, huh? Ice the child. After cooling off. Opens a smile, huh? It's refreshing. Isn't it, Magical Swordsman? Could you cool down this water bottle too? Well, sure. That child helped me a lot. So I presume I can help you with that, right? All right, sir. Stretch out your hand and freeze the canteen. Ready. After that, we see him with a troubled face. What is this? He asks, surrounded by the other people. Mr. Magic Swordsman. Please. This one too. Cold water. People watch him with longing, even if it's not difficult. If you accept, more requests may appear. What happened? I'll be Edmund. What's going on here? Please, explain it to me well. The Sir, Magic Swordsman made me some cold water. But the other brothers and sisters saw it. So what? Cold water. Mr. Magic Swordsman. What's the problem? I would also like some cold water, right? Pass me your canteens. This. Should I continue with this caravan and learn more about this place? For now, he solved the biggest problem, the language barrier. So giving some cold water is no big deal, I suppose. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's weird. Magical Swordsman. How did you create this ice? Why the question? Is something wrong? This is absolutely perfect. I've tasted every ice available on the continent, but I've never experienced something like this before. Your ice is on another level. It's simply incomparable. You're truly amazing. The ice is delicious. I just froze the water, but still you say the taste is different. What do you mean by that? When creating ice, it's common to use the ice attribute of mana in the air to directly freeze the water, or to collect the moisture from the atmosphere. During this process, impurities coming from the mana mix with the ice, which affects its taste. Furthermore, as each mage possesses a unique mana signature, it's rare to find someone who can generate pure ice, so it's not easy to obtain ice of excellence. However, the ice you created is incredibly pure, which is why it tastes so good. I understand now. That makes sense. So, that's why they all seem so enthusiastic. To think that a simple ice could result in reactions like this. I almost feel sorry for them. Well, since I'm in a good mood, I'll make a little more. The boy begins to use his magic. Ah, Magical Swordsman. What was it? I have a proposal for you, Edmund says, raising his hand. A few days later, inside the city. Hey, carry them properly. Take that to the back of the store. Somewhere. Saw the museum. Freezing buckets of water. As expected from the Magical Swordsman. What then? Are you saying you want to revive your merchant association to sell the ice that I make? Well, yes. That's the essence. No wonder. He insisted on talking about how much the ice is refreshing and how I'm a mage. He had an agenda all along. Fourth circle mages who can make ice are very arrogant and end up making smaller ice. So we need to hit the market niche. Although he seems to have no bad intentions and only wants to revive his merchant association in decline. He's not that smart either. But I don't want to do this for free. So I must negotiate. 70-30. Sorry, since I'll be making ice. And you're just selling. So I will keep 70% of the profits. And you get 30%. 70-30, huh? Well, considering the ice will sell like Big Macs, so it's not a bad offer. But how is it going to hurt to try? I should negotiate. To sell the ice. In addition to the transport wagons, I will also need workers to pull them and mages to prevent the ice from melting. In short, the initial costs are quite significant. So if you could make some concessions. 60-40. Simple as that, right? Let's write the contract. I agreed with the negotiation because this seems like a good place to learn about this world. But business is growing faster than I expected. Mr. Edmund, you need to go out for a moment. What are you seeing? We know that sweet ice comes from here. Please, sell us some of that ice too. And my name is Arnold. I'm from the city of Neril. I came here to do business with the Rowell Merchant Association. Everyone calm down. Please, calm down. Damn it. They're not even listening. Guys, silence one. One voice in my head. Oh Lord, magic swordsman. Please, stay quiet in the store. If you make noise again, everyone will be expelled. No exceptions. So be careful, yes. Our merchant association only sells in bulk, so if you came to buy a small amount, I'm sorry, but you'll have to leave. We may make small sales in the future, but for now it's not possible. What? But we came all the way here. Aren't you being unreasonable? He observes people with a threatening look. As soon as he does that, they leave the place. You can go. Now, the rest of you, please gather. Here, I am from the Mage Merchant Association, says one person, wearing a red coat and an eye patch. I'm Benjamin, butler of the Count Slave family. A man with an older appearance introduces himself, wearing blue clothes. I'm from the Familiarist, says the other, wearing a brown jacket. The Mage Merchant Association is one of the top 10 associations on the continent, the prestigious Count Slave family, as well as other noble families. I knew we could make a lot of money. But who would have thought of all this luck? This is all thanks to the magic swordsman lords, even if the association merchant hasn't fully revived yet. If it weren't for the magic swordsman lord, we wouldn't have this opportunity. Mr. Magic Swordsman, why don't you rest for now? The busiest part is over. I can handle the rest. Please, take a break. I understand. Good luck. So even though I feel sorry for the swordsman, I have my actions to revive this association. Striking. I want to avenge my relatives and brothers who died unjustly. For that, I need to fully revive that merchant association and use it to take revenge on the Duke Icarus, who ruined us using the hunting merchant association. Until then, I will never give up. So please, cooperate with me until then. Mr. Magic Swordsman, when I succeed, I will definitely reward. My God, I am exhausted, CEO says. Lying in bed. Business is going well. And it seems that money doesn't stop coming in. I should start collecting information about Ion. Soon. While resting, someone knocks on his door. Who is it? It's Savina. Oh, it's already time for snack between. Finally, it's here. This is the ice cream. My favorite snack lately. It's a recipe that mixes ice and fruit. And it was invented accidentally by this girl, Savina, whom I recently met. Thank you for bringing me this again today. I'll enjoy it. You're welcome. Enjoy it then. Let's see. He takes a spoonful and tastes a bit of the ice cream. A sweet, flavorful, cold taste. A flavor I never imagined would exist. In the North Sea, I heard that the Merchant Association, Howl, is thriving thanks to this ice cream. I completely understand why. Oh shit. I've already finished one. It's definitely not enough. It's a problem to go get more myself. But everyone is busy. So I have no choice, huh? Why is it so noisy again? Please, don't do that. Please, go back and line up. Who are you? Who are you to order us? Nobles to return. Who are these guys? Your observance. Hey girl, it seems you don't know who we are. Enough talk, and bring that ice cream. Or whatever it's called. We heard the rumors and decided to stop by. Then you better be prepared. In case the taste isn't good. The Merchant Association, Rowell, doesn't sell ice cream to people who cut in line. Please, understand what you're saying to us nobles. We stand in line like commoners. It's already annoying enough to be in the same place as these mere peasants. And you still want us to stand in line with them. You must want to die? I don't serve ice cream. First, just because someone is noble. What did you say? You are defying the noble. Even if something goes wrong, the magic swordsman lord will definitely save me. Defy you? That's complete nonsense. I'm just stating the rules. That miserable one. So you really want to die? One of them draws his sword. I will, Samuel. Don't act impulsively. You want to diminish our dignity. Forgive us, we came to taste this ice cream. What's with that cold look? My heart seems to be freezing. I don't like to wait. So hurry up and bring it here. Please. Wait, Savina. Stop there. The Rowell Merchant Association does not sell ice cream to those who cut in line. You forgot that. I'm so sorry. It seems like there's something between them. For him to have such a raw reaction. Please leave. I can't tolerate any more disrespect to the rules of the association. What recklessness! How dare you insult the nobles? It seems they're mistaken. The reason why I won't sell you ice cream isn't just because you cut in line. Then what is the reason? You should ask Duke Icarus yourself. He said, Duke Icarus. How do you know my father? Hum. Wait a minute. You're familiar. Ah, those eyes. I see. You must be one of the bones of the Merchant Association. Rowell, that smile. That's the smile Justin makes when he's annoyed. For the crime of insulting a noble. You will pay for this with your life. He draws his sword. He raises it high and makes the movement towards Edmund. Ah, I can't even avenge my family. How frustrating. However, before the blade hit him, Sue steps in front of him and parries with his forearm. Sir Magic Swordsman. With one movement, he pushes the boy away. Bastard. You dare. You must have a death wish. That happened right when I came to get another ice cream. We simply warned him that we don't sell ice cream to people who cut in line. And he immediately started trying to kill people. That crosses the line of absurdity. You young people really have no manners. What, let me use this opportunity to teach you some good manners. This imbecile. I will kill you too. Justin, confident with his sword, charges towards the CEO. As soon as he gets close, he tries to land blows. But he can't. My God, how scared you are. He says, making fun of the guy. Your talent seems quite impressive for someone so young. But no matter how many times you attack, your sword won't reach me. In principle, justice is always accompanied by reason. That means harmony. If your actions represent the nobles, then the nobles lack etiquette. However, I am not a closed-minded person, so I will correct your manners for today. You bastard. How dare you talk about a noble like that? No matter what you say, discipline is necessary so that you learn to have respect. CEO appears behind the guy. This reminds me of the Central Plains. My attachment to Ion made me forget the customs of the world. In the end, all truths boil down to survival of the fittest habit. Then without shape, with the flick, he launches an attack towards Justin's arm. Upon hitting, a hole appears in the boy's wrist. My wrist. Besides the hole, his hand starts to freeze. What would happen? SEU starts walking towards them. If you get any closer, I'll cut you. I said, don't come closer. Suddenly he notices something. You could have stayed on the ground. So why bother getting up? Get out of here, Justin. How fun. He's putting on quite a show. If that's how you want to play, great, let's see how long you last. After that, we see Justin falling to the ground again. Justin, are you okay? React, Justin. His wrist. Impossible. Even if I only used the strength of a first-class martial artist. He seems weaker than I thought. I should stop. I still don't fully understand this place. So it would be better not to kill him like that, right? All right. I can't just impulsively kill one person. How dare you? Who do you think you are? Don't you know who I am? How dare you treat me? Justin von Icarus. This way? This guy is tough. Instead of reflecting, he's just holding a grudge. Should I just kill him? That's what I wanted. But that would make me just like them. That bastard. You think you can get away with messing with a noble? Don't ignore me. Answer. Instead, something less lethal. That's perfect. Upon seeing a piece of wood on the ground, he pulls it towards him. Telekinetic grab. What was that? That guy. He's a magical swordsman. Sword energy. What is a sword sphere? Don't come any closer. I command you. Don't come any closer. What is a sword? Slowly, he walks towards the young men. It can't be. For a story like you, a stick is the best medicine. So listen carefully, so that you can recover. With a piece of wood, he starts hitting the boys. After the confusion, the hour passes and the night arrives. On the ground, we see the three kneeling. I was wrong. So please, have mercy. Yes, and we were wrong. Please, forgive us. We won't do it again. What I can't hear what they're saying. Me before talking. Justin thinks. I will definitely kill him. I will make sure to take his head and crush it. I was wrong. I will never make the same mistake as today again. Oh, I knew it. No matter where you go, nothing is better than a good beating. Be careful from now on. Did you understand me? Magic swordsman, sir. Thank you very much. In what most resembles a castle. Around a table, we see several men sitting. Some days ago, we received a report from an informant. Planted in the kingdom of Serbia. Says Count Slave. Kontinos. Count Slave. Orders King Tomalova. Third, the kingdom of Serbia. Managed to recover the area of the northern Blackstone region. In addition, it seems that the Raisin Kingdom is trying to develop the lands beyond the Sahara Desert. Beyond the Sahara Desert. I've heard it's quite difficult for humans to live there because of the monsters. Does this mean that the Raisin Kingdom has some ace up its sleeve? Question. And Sergio Van Icarus. We're still not sure, but we suspect that Enos may have become naturalized. Enos. Is that true? Count Crash asks yes. You mean that Enos, one of the 10 sword masters in the entire continent? Baron Arista asks worriedly. I heard that he refused the amount of money offered to him, and instead wandered the continent without allying himself with any faction. Why would someone like him end up in Raisin if it's not for money? Then he fell in love with someone. That seems to be the case. Seriously, what, he fell in love with someone? Who is she? It's someone you all know very well. The younger sister of the current king of Raisin. Second lady. Princess Daphne. Are you saying that that lay rid? Second. Who values his younger sister as if she were his most precious possession. Gave it away. It seems the cunning king is finally showing his true face. If that's true, so the kingdom of Raisin is now in the possession of 2 masters. Swordsmen exactly. They will probably try to expand their territory, an objective that they have repeatedly failed to achieve since the reign of Leo and the First. The king, hearing this, starts to think. In the east, the kingdom of Raisin is expanding its territory. In the south, the commercial kingdom Serv is developing its lands, and beyond the Western Sea, the Jeva Empire is also expanding its territory. We can't stand still. What will we do? Please, share your opinions. In my opinion, maybe it's beneficial for us to expand our territory. But we don't have any suitable land for expansion. Are you suggesting crossing the mountains? Lazar, to the north, yes. Since we have no options left, expanding to the north is difficult. And even if we succeed, the entire area is covered in ice, rendering our efforts useless. Therefore, going north means, in the last case, being pushed out of the power struggle. So it's natural that everyone is hesitant. Soon, someone will be sent north to address the issue of territorial expansion. Let's end today's meeting and meet at another time. Icaros observes and thinks. The Count and His Majesty are hiding something. In a hidden location, we see the two sitting. The Count and Majesty Cotton. Have you made any mistakes lately? No, I haven't. Then the Duke must be up to his usual tricks. Again, since 10 years ago, he has been sending anyone who opposes him to the north. It's all because of my shortcomings. Ah, don't say that. You know you're the only one among my vassals whom I can trust. Yes, Your Majesty. Anyway, leaving that aside, I hear rumors about some kind of ice being sold in the capital. Do you know anything? Ah, you must be talking about the sweet ice from the Roll Mercantile Company. Sweet ice, yes. Unlike common ice. It's so sweet it earned that name. Until what time is that mercantile company open? I believe they operate until quite late. Your Majesty, it seems that Your Majesty wishes to experience that sweet ice. In that case, I'm planning to go out in secret. Soon. Maybe we can pass by there. Then, as expected, you really know how to read my mind. It is my duty to understand your desires. As your assistant, Your Majesty. So, when are you planning this secret getaway? Meanwhile, at the mercantile company, we see people asking Sue to teach magic. What? We apologize for being so sudden. Sir Magic Swordsman, we know it's improper. And also, we understand that not just anyone can learn magic, but we have to learn magic, no matter what happens. Yes, Sir Magic Swordsman. If the mercantile company faces danger again, like last time, it could be disastrous. I promise I'll train hard. So please, teach us magic. Children, it's commendable that you're so determined. But as I said before, I'm not a magician. What I use it's not some kind of martial art. You told us about that before. If I remember correctly, yes, you remembered correctly. Anyway, what I use isn't magic, but martial arts. To be precise, it's called the Divine White Ice Palm. I can't teach magic that I myself don't know. Then what if we learn martial arts instead? What? Wait, what are you saying? Yes, that's a great idea. I want to learn martial arts too. Please, Mr. Magic Swordsman, please, teach us. Please, teach us. Those sincere eyes, that strong determination to achieve their goal, reminds me of my own childhood. Please, teach me martial arts. At the moment when I urgently need to find the A, and one seems wrong to accept students. But these kids, they want to protect someone too. And more than anything, they have helped me in various ways, despite knowing so little. According to the rules, I shouldn't teach North Sea martial arts so carelessly. But this is a different world. Please, we are begging you. Let me think about it. Come back tomorrow at this time, and I'll give you an answer. Are you really going to teach us? Thank you so much. We will never forget this kindness, even in death. Wait, kids, wait. What I meant was, I'm excited. We're going to be able to use martial arts too. The children leave the room. How did it end up like this? Well, I'll figure something out. Anyway, I wonder, if I was like this when I was their age, my master must have had difficulties. Children are, what's the sound of metal clashing at this hour? He thinks as he opens a window. There's no time to rest. Between trees, we see a fight happening. The Baron, accompanying the king, finishes killing an enemy. I can hold out until reinforcements arrive. Who would have thought we'd be ambushed? Just as we went out to eat. Sweet ice cream. On your back. He feels a menacing power. Fireballs are formed and thrown in the direction of both. Fire explosion. He watches the attack come, worried. An explosion happens and the king shouts, Cotton, are you okay? Your Majesty. I'm fine. But your arm is bleeding. Your Majesty. This is an emergency. So please, forgive my lack of ceremony. I understand. Don't worry about it. There's a mage among them. Their robes were so similar, I didn't even notice. Don't lose your composure. Reorganize the formation. One of the masked men from the other group says, Attack again. Don't leave a single one alive. I'll get that damn noble's head. Don't make me laugh. This is my prize. Cotton advances with his sword and defeats one of the men. Behind you. Two jump trying to attack. But he notices and defends the attack. Who sent you? It doesn't matter. You're about to die anyway. That previous magic eliminated many of us. These bastards don't intend to let us live. If we lose, everything will be over. But for the sake of the kingdom, we must protect His Highness at all costs. What the hell? Another magic attack. Magic path. Gather around and protect His Highness. It's too late. Fire blast. As the mage prepares to attack, we see a hand launching the attack that hits his back. The mage falls to the ground, and everyone watches in fear. Who are you? Oh dear. I've been caught. So says from on top of a tree. After being discovered, he jumps from the tree and starts knocking out the men. For a long time I longed to see the moon, but it was so high up here that I had to see. At some point, let's finish this before the ice cream melts. I lost track of his movements. He managed to get behind me. This guy is not normal. That bastard. We were caught off guard. We're outnumbered, but we are superior in numbers. We have to assassinate the king and get out of this place as quickly as possible. To avoid the variables, I'll take care of that. Then go ahead and kill. Take it fast, pray. The guy tries to land a blow on Sue. However, we see a light and Sue stopping the attack. I didn't expect to see all kinds of swords here. It's only fair that I return the favor by playing with the Sulin from the IC palaces. Now come on. That damned. Don't you dare think about getting out of here alive. How exciting. That's it. Come on with everything you've got. He continues to parry the attacks without difficulty. The man pulls his arm and tries a stronger attack, but the guy just dodges calmly. Your opponent spins one of his blades in his hand and releases an attack. Powerful. That damn rat. The martial artist just makes a movement with his hand and dodges the attack in question. After that, he takes the initiative and pounces with a simple movement of his sword. He pressures his opponent until at a certain point he stretches out his hand, grabs him by the face, and slams his head into the ground. Slave. What is that? Please. Act cautiously and retreat. Your Majesty. Slave. That is the hope of our kingdom. Excuse me, what are you? Captain Morian. That man is a master swordsman. All of you. If it wasn't for all of you, because of you, my ice cream melted in the rain. I will show you how terrifying the grudge born from an ice cream can be. I'll count to 3. I cannot guarantee the lives of those who remain after that. What nonsense. There's no way. We can defeat them if we all go together. True. He is the one who deserves to be punished. 1. Shut the hell up. 2. Everyone with your swords in hand. Jump up to the sky. He raises his finger and speaks. 3. How protective. 1. A barrier rises and repels the attacks. Don't say that my sword is merciful. After that phrase, he stretches out his sword and defeats all the enemies. How can it be? Revenge has been served. Look, Your Majesty. Excuse me. The boy leaves the place immediately. He just left. Slave. We have no time to waste. That person. Your wish is my command. Your Majesty. Studying magic. Redmond asks from his desk. Yes, they are studying magic. Magic is not something you can study alone. Who is teaching the children? Maybe it's that magic swordsman. Yes, that's right. Most of the family members and I wish to learn magic. But why is he teaching? Only those 4 children. Edmund starts to emanate a strange energy. That seems right. Maybe he's tired of the job. There are countless people who wish to learn magic, and yet very few manage to learn. But Lady Luck has graced these children. Where are the children learning magic? Show me like that. The day we ascend to the top may come. Faster than expected. We see Edmund talking to his. What kind of bullshit is this? What do you mean? I already know everything you mean by that. I heard that the Lord Magic Swordsman was teaching magic to our children. That's what the superiors were talking about. I really thank you. From the bottom of my heart. How can I pay back this favor? And then, someone approaches Sue. Damn, huh? What's the problem? Henry has a guest for the Magic Swordsman. A guest, sir. That person is. Leave, please. Have mercy and help this servant. Your Majesty said that if I can't bring the Magic Swordsman today, he would pick him up personally. Hey, why would I trust you? Servant, Your Majesty, can't possibly mean the king. Regardless of whether you pity me or not. Please, don't refuse His Majesty's invitation. Oh shit. Why does he come here every day? Bothers the others without fail. Stop wasting your time and go away, sir. Damn. Even I don't know if this is a clue about the A and the. If these kinds of things continue. Say, oh. Look at the collar, no? Please. After 3 years, I achieved the entirety of Gang Book. Those from the Central Plains will arrive soon. Then, what kind of negotiations will we have with those bastards? Viscous. There are times when you show your strength, and times when you don't show it. I believe that now. It's time to show that the IC Palace isn't just about brute force. Finally, if that doesn't work, we can just show power. Again, I will take the lead. Then very well. I'll leave it with you, my lord. But if they still refuse to cooperate, we'll attack them. Is that at least possible? And on the way to the negotiations, I found Ion, the woman of my destiny. That was the best day of my life, right? Let's think about Ion. I can't keep creating problems over anything, even though I still think something should be done. Master. We see the children meditating. There are many things, so I have to think cautiously. And he refused again. I deeply apologize. Your Highness. The more I think about it, but I dislike him. I was going to thank him for saving my life. But I'll come back again tomorrow. Certainly. So he will. That's enough. How many times have you done this? Your Highness is the princess and shield. Do as I say and leave. Understood. The boy leaves the place while the princess enters. Come here, shield father. The butler's expression didn't look very good. Did something happen? Well, this. After her father tells the events, the girl reacts. Forgiveness is okay. Father is hurt. Being okay now isn't what counts. Don't worry. But why did that swordsman, mage, reject your invitation? I have no idea. I wanted to keep him by my side because he is a talented young man. But even so, he never answers my summons. He must be a great person for you to say these things, father. He's not just great. You know how ice cream was a huge success in Rowell, right? Yes. I've tried it once. They say that who made the such ice cream was the mage who saved me. Is it true? Yes. After receiving such knowledge, I started to feel greedy. Well, who wouldn't? I couldn't forget how I felt the first time I tried the ice cream. Not even if I tried. And the wizard who created it. He is coincidentally the same person that father is looking for. Who is that person? Could I use this opportunity to meet him personally? We're back to training the kids. I've only been teaching for half a month, and they can already emit that well. The concentration of ki here is much denser than in the Central Plains. So I guess it makes sense. Guys, stop now. It seems everyone can control ki, or better, mana correctly. So let's move on to the next stage. Again, in the midst of training, the young envoy of the king approaches. Ah, sir. Magic swordsman. Time is repeating itself. As soon as he turns around, he sees someone next to the boy. How come they didn't come this morning? And why are you here from? Before he finishes speaking, the necklace starts to shine, huh? The necklace is shining. Maybe the princess removes her hood. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Ashley, the princess of the Drake Kingdom. Ah, I've met her. It's her. I've heard of what you've done. They say you saved my father's life. Well, that kind of just happened. Happen? What rudeness is that? I heard that my father summoned you to the palace to thank you. Why did you refuse the invitation? Lord Magic Swordsman. Ah, well. And it wasn't once or twice. But I heard that you coldly rejected every time. Even her expression and tone of anger. She really is the Ion. Look here. Why don't you say anything? Hello, okay. So when should I go? Is that why, huh? You came to invite me. Didn't you come that? Yes, that's right. I came to invite you. Then tell me when I can go to the palace tomorrow. Around 11 in the morning. It's a good time. It shouldn't be like this. She thinks. Okay. See you tomorrow, right? Now I'm going my way. If I go to the palace tomorrow, I'll see her. But she is a princess. Daughter of the king. The highest status in this country. How could I get close to her? And even marry her? I need to plan everything meticulously so that nothing goes wrong this time. And that's why I'll need Edmund's help. Marriage. Yes, I intend to marry Princess Ashley. You're crazy. What? Let's hear. Why do you think that this is a bad idea? Princess Esther is the only daughter of the late Queen Swan. She is the only legitimate heir and first in line to the throne. And you're telling me that someone like you, without any status, a foreigner of unknown origin, not even a knight without any rank, intends to ask for the princess's hand in marriage? That's impossible. To be the princess's suitor, you would need to be a prince from another country, or at least a noble from a high-ranking family. And to start, to be beautiful. In that case, if I achieve a status like that, or gain great prestige, that will help me a lot with my marriage plans. Ah, yes, indeed. If you achieve something so significant, perhaps great. I'll try. Wait. Do you know the rules you must follow in the palace? Rules to follow? Well, it seems not. Edmund says, grabbing books. He places them on a table and thinks. If I let him go and he causes an accident, our business could also be affected. Even Edmund is radiating here. Now I will teach you everything. Why does he look so excited? Well, I guess he can't be helped. I understand. Then take good care of me. On that day, Sir Magic Swordsman, correct your posture. Please. Your Madoki had to listen to Edmund's lecture all night. And the next day, we see him putting on another outfit and saying, well then let's go. Let's go, Your Majesty. The Magic Swordsman has arrived. We see Sa greeting the king. I salute Your Majesty. The king enters hurry up. Upon entering the place, so wonders, but isn't today the day we're supposed to meet? He sees several people in a room. He wonders, I thought it was supposed to be a private meeting. But why are there so many different people? I'm sorry, I didn't want to make an appointment on a day like this. Seeing how bothered she is, I don't think she's lying. Why is that evildoer here? Asks the boy who had been beaten up by Silha. That idiot. Remembering him. So giggles. The boy notices this and gets angry. Ah, that bastard. Control your behavior, Justin. But, father, are you planning to make me look like an idiot in front of His Majesty? I understand. It seems like he's been through a lot. Indeed. It seems, Your Majesty. So why did you accept our invitation? Suddenly. You know how many appointments I've had during all this time. There's a reason for that. A reason? As you may know, the Rowell Merchant Association is very busy and having to deal with a lack of manpower. And besides all that, I am the one who is busiest because I constantly have to produce more and more ice. So I wanted to finish producing the ice before meeting with you, Your Majesty, with everything due to the constant daily orders. The ice production never stopped. So as I kept postponing day by day, we finally arrived on this day. I didn't imagine there was a reason like that. Well, with ice and ice cream selling like water, it's no wonder you were busy. Thank you for understanding. Compared to a dance show and a hack, you're like a celestial being, father-in-law. All right. But what is your name? I don't use a name, but rather a title. You can call me Magical Swordsman. Your Highness, seriously. But I can't keep calling you that. It's a dilemma. If it's so difficult, just give me a name. Then how about you personally give a name? Father, not a name. I mean the title you granted him. Title, yes. He's the one who saved your life, father. That deserves a reward. You are right. It is indeed a brilliant idea. Princess, he is the one who saved the life of no one else, none other than Your Highness. The king, how could we not honor such a great debt to a young man like him? I think the princess's idea is really very good. Reluctantly, the princess thanks you. Thank you. You are right. I can't simply ignore the good deed that saved my life. I'm going to give you a title. The king rises, extends his sword and says, that night, when I saw you saving me, one word came to my mind. Now, walk towards me. While walking, if you think, title, huh? I don't like kneeling, but if it's to marry her, this is nothing. Studying with Edmund really paid off. I, King Tomalova, third of the Kingdom of Drake, declare you the brave man who saved my life and the lives of many. Without hesitation, I grant you the title of Baronet, along with the name of Blizzard. Blizzard, that means snowstorm in this world's language, right? That comes with permission for my name to be passed down to future generations, as long as the Kingdom of Drake remains. Rise, Baronet Blizzard. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here today. Once again, I express my gratitude to you. I would make that choice again if another similar situation arose. Your Highness, Baronet Blizzard is the one who saved your life. I think it's more than right to grant him lands that are appropriate to his title. Also, a baronet having lands granted is unprecedented. There will surely be a lot of opposition against that. Who would dare oppose his command? Your Highness, if such a person exists, I will personally remind them of the weight of his decree. Your Majesty, what could be your motivation behind this? The king thinks. In sequence, he says, do you all share the same thought? Gentlemen, are you talking to us? Your Majesty, well, I agree. Your Highness, me too. If that's what you think, then it's okay. With everything, they must be lands befitting Baronet Blizzard. There is one, Your Highness. I am referring to the frozen lands of the north, which I mentioned a few days ago. It's perfect timing, because we need a lord to send there. It seems like everything has aligned perfectly. Stopping to think about it, his name and the northern lands are kind of related. A blizzard in the northern lands. That seems like a good omen. So that was your plan from the beginning. He's going to make me pay for hurting his son and his ego. It doesn't surprise me that he suggested giving him a title. The northern lands. It could be the ice continent. Are they really going to send me there and make me lord of that territory? Looks like he wants to send me away from here because of his son. But if they're offering land, there's no reason for me to refuse. I'm going to use this opportunity to gain merit and increase my reputation, narrowing the space between my status and hers. Lands of the North. Snowstorms frequently happen, and also avalanches within the extreme cold, and also an extremely unstable mana. Are you really going to the lands of the North? Yes, no need to worry. I don't catch colds. And the unstable mana you mentioned sounds interesting. Lord Magic Swordsman. So, Marinette, are you some kind of Yeti? A Yeti is a creature from a legendary tribe that they say lives in the North. Stories about these creatures are passed down from ancient times. Their form is similar to that of a human, and they're almost 3 meters tall. The strength of their huge body is no joke either. They don't feel cold, and they are known for being violent. What an interesting story. Well, since no one has ever seen them, it's likely to be just a legend. Aside from that, there are rumors that say that the people of the North are warriors, capable of fighting against 100 men. Because of that, they hate being ordered around and normally refuse leaders. That also sounds interesting. Interesting. If I gain the recognition of the people of the North, my fame will surely increase. It's easier said than done. As soon as he opens the door, he comes across the children. What are you doing here? Outside. We see him talking to them. Not for you, who has barely started learning martial arts. The land of the North is very dangerous, Master. We still have a lot to learn. If you leave us like this, how should we learn magic? Sabrina is right. We beg you. Please. You little pests, huh? It's Chud. He notices the girl behind him. Hello, Baronet. Blizzard. You don't look so good. Did something go wrong? It would be better to talk after the children leave. All right. You guys get out of here soon. The children look at each other and then talk to the CEO. Does this mean you have guaranteed our request? Answer us then. We are leaving. Okay. Now I'm leaving. Thank you very much, Master. Just leave. You have very cheerful disciples. Oh, how happy isn't what's theirs? But they're rebellious spirits. Are you feeling better now? Yes, I am. And I'm sorry, because I asked my father to provide you with a title. He ended up sending you to the northern lands. I thought she only looked like her, but they even possess that characteristic in common. She also apologized to me because of Dancho. One heck, I'm so sorry. Because of me. And you. If I hadn't received the title, I wouldn't have to go to the northern lands. Yes. It's my fault. How adorable. Apologies won't change anything. In the end, I still have to go. What can I do to ease your mind? Even if it's just a little, well. There are rumors that receiving a lucky charm, or a talisman, can solve the problem. A lucky charm. What is that? As soon as the girl asks that, her shortens the distance between the two, puts his arm behind her, and gets close to her face. That's a kiss, full of genuine concern for the other person. Apparently one, which, judging by your reaction, I guess I shouldn't have said anything. Anyway, I must go now and prepare for my departure. Forget what I said. Princess. You. He just says everything that comes into his head. What kind of person does that? Walyers walks away. The girl stares at him with a certain gleam in her eye. Wait a moment. Please. Wait, what's wrong? She stops again and stares at him while she thinks. What was that just now? I'm imagining things. Somehow, this man's actions seemed familiar. Okay. I will. I was kind of kidding. But I didn't expect her to answer that. All right then. I don't want to force anyone to do something they don't want to. Let's just pretend this never. The girl pulls Sue and gives him a kiss. It's done now. She starts to leave the place, while he stands there not knowing what happened. I guess I really will have to succeed and return now. A new lord is coming. Rumors say that he is the guy who saved the king's life. At least that's what I heard. He won land and a title. Because of that, I heard that he instantly defeated hundreds of enemies. Alone. Wow, really? Yes. Apparently, he is a sixth circle mage, and he is also a powerful swordsman that even sword masters couldn't defeat. No way. Because someone like him is coming here. Isn't that obvious? He must have curried favor with Duke Icarus. The blonde man slams the table. It's just a rumor. Anyway, in the end, if we scare him a little, he'll probably run away, just like the rest. In the middle of the snow, we see a woman and a boy, apparently being attacked. Damn. Where the hell is that damn wyvern? The girl makes a surprised expression. and the monster appears in front of her. He tries to attack, but she ducks, dodging. Loya, Loya. Are you okay? Damn. We just wanted to get some eggs. But what is that? My Jake. Behind you. Ivan appears again, now with his mouth open, ready to bite the boy. It's over. But before that happens, another person jumps and with their sword, cuts the beast's neck. Its head falls in front of the two. After defeating it, he says, "It's all right now. We appreciate your help." "No problem. I'm just doing what I should do as a lord." "Lord, then I'll see you next time." "Hey." "Damn. So fast. He's already gone." "What?" Ivan's egg is gone too. Amidst the snow, we see what appears to be a palace inside. And seated. So asks, "Huh? That's something." "It's empty. Doesn't everyone know today is my inauguration?" "Sorry, my lord. I will resend the message to the whole village." "There's no need. Even if you send it again, I doubt they'll go." "See, that's how Carolyn is going to do the ceremony." I think I understand now why the lords always keep changing. If that's the case, I also have a way." A few days later. "Hey, what's going on? What the hell? Could it be that the lord who arrived recently did this?" The man asks, upon seeing his companions all injured. "Yes, I am frustrated that I was defeated by him, but I have to acknowledge his abilities. He's fast, regardless of the method he used. The moment he touched me, I couldn't move. Furthermore, his hand techniques were so frightening that the pain was unimaginable. That scoundrel is here. He's in the village square now. He's already here. I'm going to take a look. Carolyn's strongest warrior is finally going to come out. Max, I'm counting on you. Make sure you defeat him." Walks through the village. There are a lot of people here. "You are here." The girl he had saved a few days ago greets him. "You. Luya, Dad. What are you doing here?" "Well, there are so many people here. So I wanted to see what was happening." "You wanted to know what was happening? It's because of the Lord's arrival." "Lord, don't worry. I'm just doing what a lord should do." "Ah, so that's why he said that back then." "What do you mean, I told you before, didn't I? When I went to steal the ice wyvern's eggs, I found a danger and someone saved me." Listening to this, the man thinks, "Don't tell me the Lord was the one who saved my daughter. This is much more complicated than I imagined." Above that, it wasn't a common Ivan, but an ice Ivan, who was defeated with just one blow. Even Carolyn's strongest warrior would find this difficult. I, Carolyn's warrior, have to recognize this person, but I can't chicken out. Now, thinking that, he stretches out his hand. "I am Max, the best warrior of Carolyn. I am the great. I am a blizzard, chosen as the new baronet of Carolyn. I've heard rumors about you. I heard you go around villages, tying up people without mercy. Is that true?" "Of course not. I was just teaching a lesson to those who were trying to be rebels." "Why are you going to act like them?" "That's not it. It's just that I have an offer." "An offer?" "This place, Carolyn, is an extremely cold place. That's why in ancient times, people drank strong alcohol to endure the harsh temperature. What do you think about a drinking game between us?" "Sounds good. Think about it carefully. This is a very strong drink that can burn someone's body. I don't care. If I win, you will recognize me as Lord and will follow me unconditionally." A drinking game with Max? That guy must have lost his mind. They're really going to bet on drinking Fenna? Then of course Max will win. Understood. Keep your promise. We see the two inside what appears to be a bar, sitting at a table full of drinking glasses. "Are you sure about this? It's not too late to go back." "How could I? How could Lord go against my own words?" "Let's start now. Don't regret it." After the game starts, we see someone calling for Max, and his vision is blurred. Hey, Max. Max, are you okay? Looks like you passed out for a moment." "I passed out." "Dad, give up. I'm not drunk yet." "No way. I can't lose like that. Now give me another glass. Maybe it's better if you don't overload yourself." "Damn. He's drinking like there's no tomorrow." "Hey, pour a little more for me too." "How is he still okay?" "Sir, question. Hey, how are you? Are you still going to continue?" "I'm fine. Let's continue, okay?" Max drinks another glass. "You too, drink." After drinking the drink, he slams his glass on the table as he thinks, "Maybe it's because I haven't been drinking in quite some time, but it's going down smoothly." He looks to the side, opens a smile and says, "No matter how you look at it, I won, no way. Max lost, right? Agora. Everyone here must gather at my castle in 5 days. We'll see if you're the kind of people who keep their word. When 5 days have passed, we see everyone gathered in front of Sue in his castle. Oh well, I didn't think you'd come, but surprisingly, you are good at keeping promises. Isn't that obvious? We sure are. Sure, I already know. You must already know who I am. So, I'll get straight to the point. From now on, I will give you 10 days to prepare, to move. Looking at the amazed faces of the people, So asks, where are your answers? Are you telling us to move to the castle and live with you, Lord? Of course not. Do you think all of you can live in the castle? But you told us to gather our things, didn't you? Who said you would live here? So, we're going to migrate north. Upon hearing this, everyone is astonished. I've been wandering around for the past 5 days, and in that period, I found a place in the north that could support up to 10,000 people. From now on, we will no longer live separately. We will live together as if we were one. However, that place is inhabited by groups of ice ogres. Ice ogre is similar to an ogre. You're talking about those bald guys who walk on 2 legs. Could it be that you found them? I found them. We have the scene of Sue defeating the ogres. I eliminated them all. Oh, what? I was wondering what you were so worried about. Anyway, don't worry and get ready to migrate. I found a great place. So dismissed. Now all that's left is, good morning, Lord. You back there? I was too frustrated to thank you. I'm Loia. And I'm Jake. I think I understand why you came to look for me. Coincidentally, I was about to call you. Call us. It's not a big deal. So don't be nervous now. Follow me. This way. The 2 people who accompany him are surprised by what they find. These are ice wyvern cubs. As expected, it was Lord that took the eggs that day. We worked so hard to get them. How can you do such a thing? Who was it that saved you that day? He asked the 2 of them, who remained speechless. But anyway, moving on. You can take these little things. The ice wyverns, First I thought about raising them, but they eat too much and make too much noise. Seriously, I can't take it anymore. I can't even think straight. Near them, we see the wyverns screaming for food and attention, but there's no way we can take them now. Wyverns consider the first being they see, when they hatch, as their mother, the gentle mother of the wyverns. What does he think upon hearing this? Are you saying that I have to keep taking care of these little things? Annoying and bothersome. Ice wyverns are valuable. What kind of nonsense are you talking about? Ice wyverns are larger in size and much stronger monsters. And Lord, you have the opportunity to raise such beautiful creatures, If it were me, I would train them to fly properly, comfortably to Tankston. Tankston? Where is that? Located 1,000 kilometers west of Karailum. It's the 2nd capital of the Gaia Kingdom. It's a place that lacks nothing, So you're saying it's possible to fly that far? On those things, Yes, it's possible to make a round trip. In an hour or 2, I think. Wait, if that's the case, what's the right way to tame these guys? He asks. Change my mind. Yes, I ended up having a brilliant idea. We see a blizzard. A few days later, the residents of Carillon began the Great Immigration on the instructions of their Mudok. The group walks with Mudok in front. A person runs up to him and calls him master. I think people are having difficulties. Upon hearing this, he thinks, considering everyone has been walking for 3 days and 3 nights straight, it was to be expected. And it seems that there are still people who don't trust me and are hesitating. But soon, we'll reach our destination. Then they'll change their minds. Everyone, listen. We're almost there. Even if it's difficult, I ask that you trust me and endure a little longer. 2 men start to mutter. But we still don't even know where we're going. And there's no way to be sure if the ice ogres aren't even there. Their Mudok slams his staff on the ground and says, didn't I say I defeated all those guys? How can you call yourselves brave warriors of Carilo? The group quiets down, master. That should be enough for them to understand. Yes, they will understand as soon as they see it for themselves. The girl is confused. The group continues their journey until entering a cave. Wow, this must be the place the master mentioned. Yes. It was hard to find this place, but I liked it a lot. It seems the others are finally feeling a little better. Hey, look, that has a cave. Inside the cave, the water is hot. So there really was a place like this. Carlin, all of you listen. This place has been a hideout for the ice ogres. But now it's where we're going to live from now on. Since it's a place we're going to live, it would be convenient to give it a name. Isn't it? All group shouts. Let's see. The place where I used to live was the Ice Palace of the North Sea. So a name similar to that. That's good. He thinks before announcing. From now on, this place will be called White Castle. That's it. Now we just need the wyvern cubs to come back, he thinks. Until suddenly, hears a sound and a light starts to appear in the place. That sound. We see a kind of artifact floating and releasing a thunderbolt magic. Ivan is hit. Wow, why is Ivan here? What? Why is there a wizard here? Your Mudu K. Question appearing behind the man. This scared turns trying to attack him. But change that. Advances in his direction and with one finger technique, seals all the boy's points. After that he holds him by the neck and throws him to the ground. The boy's glasses fly off and his changed who says about him. I won't show mercy a second time. Who are you? Why did you attack my wyverns? On the ground. The boy thinks. Damn, I'm paralyzed. I can't move my body. Your mouth wasn't paralyzed. So you can talk. Answer me. Okay, good. I will speak. I am Count Jerome von Cairo and Count. You're a noble. I am a baronet. So you have a higher position than me. Baronet. Then, it was you who saved Her Majesty and received a title and lands. You know me. Hum changed who thinks a little and asks. You are the former lord who was appointed and then kicked out. I think that's right. I have my reasons. That's not my problem. But you were belittling me from before. Now that you know who I am, we're not on the same side. Why am I wrong? Yes, you are wrong. Changed who holds the boy's head, huh? Equality. Crap. You little shit. You failed to fulfill your responsibilities. You should give up your title, huh? That hurts. What equality? Equality. But it's that. This time I'll give you a special treatment. So don't even think about facing me again. Changed who releases the guy. I took the pressure off your acupuncture points. So you can move. If you talk nonsense, I'm going to kill you. I swear I won't do that. Don't worry, right? Now heal the wyverns and leave later. Let's go, hurry. I need to heal them. I'm pretty confident when it comes to judging people. To use magic in front of the Lord. You have balls. Damn, something went very wrong. In another moment, we see the two talking. Pardon, what should I send to the capital? Why are you so surprised? Is it really that difficult to send a letter to the king? It's not that. Wasn't it you who asked me to send a letter asking for tax exemption? That. People are giving their best to survive. But the other nobles must be against it. Why? Because from their point of view, this is unfair. If this is approved, they couldn't say to His Majesty that they won't pay taxes too, because they're in as bad a situation as you are. As much as His Majesty, the king likes you, he'll refuse. Hum as expected. The problem is the nobles. And the one responsible for all this is the guy who sent me here, right? So let's give up on that. Phew, how about that, right? He says as he changed that whisper in his ear. What's that there? That's possible. I know it's not impossible. So maybe it's possible. Because it's the same case, how right? So without further ado, let's get ready. Next, we see a group with axes and swords. What's wrong with the Lord? Suddenly, well before the boy commented, changed that already shouts. They're all here. I came armed as you asked. But what is the purpose of this meeting? I'll explain now. From now on, we're going to hunt the ice wyvern. And the targets are their eggs. The ice wyverns. Aiming at the eggs isn't that hard. For your safety, we'll make groups of 30 people. The teams have already been decided. Focus on stealing at least one egg, if possible. And if this mission is successful, the reward will be 100 gold coins. For the team that brings the most eggs. 100 coins? That's a sum that I could never imagine in my entire life. You're saying you're going to give that amount for just a few eggs, huh? Are you really going to give us 100 gold coins? Never make a promise you can't keep. Warriors of Carillon, you can do this, right? The group agrees and prepares to advance. Jerome, yes, Lord. For the next 10 days, follow each of the best teams. And keep an eye on the people who are useful. I'll use them for another task later. You're thinking of creating an order of knights? Mudak, who stares at the boy, huh? Why are you staring at me like that? Did I say something wrong? Even starting to work. As soon as he joined us, he did a good job and understood what I wanted. He's quite useful. Think, SCU Mudoc. You're right. I heard there was at least one order per lord. Isn't that so? Even more because they say that the Lion Knights of the Duchy of Icarus are especially powerful. They are so strong that they wouldn't even lose to the guard. Real, I see. But don't worry. You checked the equipment, right? Sooner or later, we will be the best. This time, I'm going to make her bigger and stronger than the icy snow unit. I won't lose you twice. He thinks. Right now, everyone, on the march. We see a place exploding and a huge wyvern flying. Now SCU Mudu says that, and his men go up. Jake cuts off its tail. The girl says up high while launching arrows. Jake cuts off the tail, just as requested. The former group leader punches the wyvern in the face. Now second unit. Throw the net. The group counts to 3 and throws the net at the monster. While this is happening, SCU Mudu and Jerome analyze. Everything turned out fine. It's because they've been hunting for days. At this point, they are already in perfect sync. After saying this, Jerome starts thinking, I never would have thought of stealing a wyvern egg to tame it while it's still a cub. If everything goes well, we'll be able to transport and sell hunting spoils, like leather and bones, to distant cities, using the ice Ivan. Okay guys, anime. If you bring back several wyvern eggs from this hunt, everyone will receive a big reward. The group feels motivated and goes hunting again. Unite Carlo's uncontrollable warriors into one group. No matter how many times I see it. That's amazing. We see another Ivan being completely defeated. A guy with 2 daggers kills him alone. As expected of the gay. Not bad. Who is that guy? Who cut the ice Ivan with a dagger? He's Schuart Gale. Since he even has a nickname, he must be pretty famous. Yes, he's a hero to the commoners, who invades the houses of corrupt nobles and gives the spoils to the poor. Seriously, so why is he here? He fell into a trap and ended up arrested. But it seems he managed to escape from prison and ended up here. Kind of by chance. Seems like a nice guy. And how well he's getting along with the locals. Thinking that, he says, Jerome, if there are other people who escaped from prison, besides that guy, tell me in detail. Ah, yes, sir. Maybe we can find other useful people. My work increased again. Back to the cave. Sue changed. What he says. Very well. Everyone. Thanks to everyone's efforts in the hunt, we managed to collect enough eggs. I'll make sure to give the reward I promised, huh? Lord, what's the problem, Max? We followed your orders to hunt the wyvern eggs. But can I ask why, right? Everyone must be curious. About why? I asked you to collect the wyvern eggs. I'll explain now. As you know, ice wyverns recognize the first thing they see when they hatch as their mothers. I want to tame them. Using that, my plan is to use the ice wyverns as transportation. Our loaded wyverns will carry our goods, especially for each country. And what would those specialties be? I can think of several things, but the first is leather. However, what I have in mind, the main product is the Ice Ogre tribe. Ice Ogres. You want to kill us all. I still want to live. Silence. Upon saying that, everyone stops muttering. Who was it who exterminated the Ice Ogre that was roaming this castle until recently? It was you, Lord. It was me then. Do you really think I'll let you become ogre food? Things are different than before. If we try together with the Lord, huh? What do you think? That gives them courage. The group cheers with him. Perfect. I'll give you your reward. Now about the plan. Suddenly, one of the children comes running. Master, master. I'm still talking. What happened? I'm sorry, but an urgent matter happened. Urgent? Savina's sister. She's dying. What sister uses that? Thanks, Luffy. Sister, hold on tight, sister. The master will arrive soon. What's going on? Master, let's see. Oh shit. It's so cold, master. Her condition is worse than I imagined. How did she get like this? Explain to me. Actually, while helping Mr. Osborne find a place to build a nest for the wyvern eggs, we found a huge field of flowers, full of glacial flowers that I had only seen in books. I think she wanted to show you the flowers. Master, people, let's pick some. Wouldn't the master like some? Then we came back with the glacial flower. One of them looks back and notices falling to the ground. As soon as we arrived at the village, she fainted. What are we going to do now? Master, if my sister doesn't wake up. Calm down. That's not going to happen. Glacial flower. Damn it. That's with the plant in hand. He thinks. That's not an icy snow flower. That's the glacial flower from what they were talking about. But that trash is the only one in the North Sea Palace of the Central Plains. How can this exist in this master world? Master, please. Help Mana Savina. That's the priority. I'll take care of these flowers. Leo carries that Vina and follow me. Yes, master. Let's go to the training camp right away. We see the group running with the girl. They find a bed in SCU Mudu that says Leo. Lay that Vina here, yes. Master, be careful not to hurt her. The boy lays her down. Very well, Leo. I'll start treating her. So you can leave now. Under no circumstances. Enter this room until I allow. Yes, master. Master, you need to save our sister. Of course. Now go. Icy snow flower. Here they call it glacial flower. In this world, it is known as a mysterious flower that emits gelado nonstop. But in the North Sea Palace, where Siamuda lived, the pulp of this flower was an elixir of incalculable value. Of course, the extreme cold makes it difficult to obtain the pulp, but the story is different. If it's someone like me who mastered the ice kit. Savina fainted. Why the ice pack? Because her ice gear wasn't strong enough to withstand the cold. He puts the pulp in the girl's mouth. Then, he places both his hands on her forehead. Savina, Savina, open your eyes. Savina suddenly wakes up. Huh, master? Yes, it's me, Savina. When you get up, sit down. Try to circulate your ki, right, master? She agrees and does as instructed. We see an energy circulating in front of her abdomen. SCU Mudu, who analyzes. That's good. The icy energy in her body has been completely stabilized through the circulation of her internal energy. But despite that, she widens her eyes and falls back on the bed. Careful. She fell asleep. You should at least close your eyes. He thinks. Her internal energy has increased significantly. It worked better than expected. If it continues like this, I think I can increase the intensity of her training even more. Of course, before that, when she wakes up, we should go to the field, where they found the icy snow flower. Maybe I'll reach my goal sooner than planned. After a good time sleeping, the girl finally woke up. After collecting the ice wyvern eggs, the castle underwent a major reorganization. First, your world, who checked the list that Jerome had selected, and organized his own order of elite knights. The Order of the Glacial Storm Knights. We see him talking to the group. I won't talk much. I will promote you all to knights, and I will create with you the Order of the Glacial Storm Knights. He demonstrated the most exemplary posture. Before the crowd, Schwartz was chosen as captain, and then the school and the hospital were relocated to other places. Restaurants, bars, clothing stores, etc. A lot was created according to his Omedoke's plan, and the facilities for training were also adjusted according to each person's abilities. So we see him talking to Jerome. To improve the organization, it is necessary to align people with it too. That's right. Osborne was placed in the White Castle Security Force, and Jerome was appointed as my assistant. Osborne Murray serves better as security than as my assistant. Jerome, you will be my assistant. But you have the task of teaching magic to people. You don't want to. That's right. What did you say? You little shit. I'll do my best. It's good indeed. I don't want to die. I think I deserve 1,000,000 gold coins. Besides that, 2 armed groups were created. Let's just leave 2 for now, okay? The patrol unit was not responsible, only for watching the surroundings of the castle, but also for exploring Corello and gathering the scattered residents. I will be the captain of the patrol unit, and the other group are the Wyvern Knights. But that there, leave it to me. My lord, he is completely responsible, as there are still no wyverns big enough to carry adults. As soon as the number of Wyvern Knights is set, the remaining eggs will be destined for the merchants of Carillon. It's a secret that I'm the boss. You will act as my representative. Understood. That's all I had to report. Good job. A few days later, we see Jerome tired carrying bags. I'm late. He said he was going to reduce my services. But how much confusion will today bring? Again, excuse me. Forgive my lateness. He enters a room. The meeting has just started. Come, sit down. Upon entering the room, he notices, isn't that the child who was sick recently? Why is she here? Now that you've arrived. Sit down. Ah yes, Osborne. Keep going, right? The security unit hasn't even been around for that long, and it already has over 20 people locked up in prison. The problem is that more than half of them are fugitives, coming from outside, Lord. They are criminals. Arrest them so they don't cause any trouble. That's right. So we should start with you. Because you are the main culprit of the rebellion that expelled the old leader Jerome. For no reason at all. That was different. It was legitimate. Defense to preserve the autonomy of Carlin against the nobles. Your actions are a noble struggle. And those of Captain Schwart are just petty theft. No, I'm sorry, it's short. I hope you never forget. Lord Max, what really causes the suffering of the people? We're in a meeting now, so we'll talk about it later. How can you be so closed-minded? He thinks. Any other opinions? Can I give? Mine, yes. Go ahead. Since Lord Max is saying that, then public opinion in the village about the fugitives must be quite negative. That is true. And since we're going to start hunting ogres tomorrow, what does that have to do with the matter? How about putting the prisoners on the line? At the front of the hunt? Everyone in the room is astonished while Su Muto smiles. That's a very interesting idea. He thinks. Continue, Savina. In another moment, we see an ogre screaming. I think we lost him. Captain Schwartz. Level 1 fugitive, Jorge. Captain Stewart. Level 1 fugitive, Lennon. We see the three of them ready to fight. It looks like it. When they get far enough away, extinguish your stars and attack. Yes, sir. The ogre looks for his target, while Lennon and the other fugitive attack him from behind. They make a cut, and the ogre notices and turns in their direction. Careful, Lennon. Here comes the counterattack. The ogre tries to attack him. Lennon prepares with his sword, but he thinks. It's too late to dodge. Duck, Lennon. Speaking of that, Schwartz lunges forward with his two attacks, passes Lennon and attacks the ogre. After that, the three of them pass by him, cutting him at once. And what if we put the prisoners in the front line of the hunt? Are you saying we should get rid of them using the hunt? That seems like a pretty extreme plan. If the master joins us, that would be much more humane than imprisoning them, since the master wouldn't lose the workforce so easily. And after we fight together, are you okay, Lenny? That one passed close, but somehow I'm okay. Lennon was bluffing again. Everyone saw it, man. It was a hassle. Like that time you threw the pickaxe at the guys from prison and took a get out of here. You keep pretending. He spoke and said, Lurin, we even won a very fat reward. How about some drinks to celebrate? Let's take the opportunity to restart our relationship, Gregory. And this sweet talk of yours. I'm already tired. You took a beating, huh? They're the people. We'll certainly start seeing them differently. It seems they built a good team relationship, cooperating in the hunt. For her to have even considered that, as expected of my disciple, we see another monster, hidden and watching the group from behind a tree. Around there, we see another group also hunting. No rush. Slowly retreat towards the ambush. Yes, I can do that. They hear a sound. Did you hear that right? I'm going to shoot some arrows. Get ready. The archer shoots his arrows towards a tree. But nothing happens. They stand still. And someone says phew. Must have been the sound of the leaves. That's probably it. First retrieve the arrows and look for another area. As soon as you say it, one hand appears from behind the tree, and one huge monster appears in front of the group. Oh, what is that? It seems the villagers are no longer afraid of the ice ogres. Of course. Now we're all excited to hunt. That's all thanks to your leadership, my lord. But that was exactly as planned, Jerome. Make sure no one advances without orders, right? My lord. The conditions of the other monsters, besides ogres and wyverns, are still being investigated. Yes, there is still more information that we need to organize. So what happened? The staff are okay. They are not dead, but they are badly injured and currently being treated at the hospital. Listening to the conversation, SEU changed what question. What happened? Osborne, huh? It seems something serious happened. Something serious. One different kind of monster appeared. One different from the ice ogres. Another monster. Two of the members who went to investigate were attacked by that monster. Are you sure it's not an ogre? Yes, it was a different species. Describe it right. His entire body was covered in white fur, and he was absurdly large. He seemed to be approximately 3 m tall. Ogres are pretty stupid, but this monster seems to be smarter. Does your Madoku sense something, Jerome? The hunt is over. Planning to go alone. Master, I'll have to take care of this on my own. Follow me as soon as the area is safe. Yes, sir. Your Mudu that breaks the hunt. If what he said is true, then I know this monster. I've heard an explanation about him as it is from before. Lord Magic Swordsman. I mean the Baron. Are you by any chance a Yeti? I have the mind. Using a technique. His vision is enhanced and he finds a monster. I found yours. Mudu that stops and draws his sword on the monster's back. He goes on the attack. The monster is startled. Turned but still. So his arm is hit. If I changed what goes through him, the attack had no effect. That big guy's body must be extremely resistant. But now that I've seen it in person, I'm sure. This guy is a Yeti. You who until now was roaring and swallowing the steel. Now he's paralyzed. Just like a scared cat. The way he reacted. It's like he could feel the pressure of my power. His gaze says it all. As soon as he thinks. That's what he says. That wild look of his already says it all. I was curious enough to consider you sparing. But I can't let someone who hurt the villagers stay. Here pray to be born human in your next life. As soon as he speaks, he jumps towards the monster. And again with his sword. Attacks him. A green glow comes out of the Yeti's hand. And we see the impact of the blow on the ground. CEO changed. Who was amazed? Suddenly, he emitted a light and disappeared along with his energy. Well before being hit. What kind of magic did he use? Wait, one green light. Green light. When I arrived in this world, I heard that from Luffy. Mages of the 5th circle or higher can use a space travel magic called teleportation. And most mages are in the 1st or 2nd circle. So in cultivation levels, a 5th circle mage would be between the transformation realm and the realm deep. And even so, one monster like human covered in white hair used one of those extraordinary spells. Well, even if it's a spatial magic, it's not like I won't reach you. As soon as he says that, he stretches his hand forward and launches an attack that covers a huge area. With all this size and running like a rat. Even so, I can still feel his presence nearby. It seems that even being a teleport, he can't go very far. More or less 1.5 kilometers. He's definitely around here. He starts searching. Seu Mudu, who looks back, walks to a place and finds something. A cave. Upon entering there, he is startled. This is a library. There is a library in the middle of a snowy field. He starts walking around the place. Until, what is this? If you're going to hide, at least do it right. He finds the monster sitting behind a bookshelf. Hey Yeti, don't come closer. I'm not going to eat you. So calm down. You're human, aren't you? I'm not a great warrior of Howdra's Kondu. The great warrior of Howdra's. Kondu is a term that means Yeti. My lord. Good job finding this place, Jerome. Thank you. There were signs of destruction nearby. Something like that would be impossible to have been done by anyone. Except the Lord. My lord. This is a natural disaster. He says upon seeing the disaster. Even so, why a legendary race like the Yeti, mentioned since ancient times, is here in this library? I was about to ask that. Hey, you said your name was Kondo, right? Where did you come from? Are you trying to escape again? He questioned upon seeing that the monster didn't respond. Speak now. I'm not a very patient person, and that I am from Gulag. Is that the name of your village? The Yeti nods. So there must be several Yetis there. And that Jerome just listens. Anyway, leaving that aside. And why did you kill my men? Depending on your answer. You I will not kill. I be great warrior of Rores. People not die? Hit my stick. That's true. Kondo. I am the Kondo. What the Yeti said is true. My lord. From what I can see, most of them just suffered some bruises. There were no deaths. Thinking about it. Nobody talked about deaths. But the way he spoke, it sounded like someone had died. Yes, Kondo expelled them. Humans enter. Sanctuary. Attack first. I never attack first. Never means we invaded the territory of the Yeti while hunting. Seems to be the case. Upon hearing this, He thinks. Edmund gave wrong information about the Yeti. Heals Kagamaru's wounds. Right, my lord. And his name is Kondo. Hey Kondo, huh? Why? What's the problem? Tell me. Where is your sanctuary? I'll warn my people. Right, so they don't invade again. Seriously, yes. But there's one thing. Why are you speaking informally? Don't you know how to use honorifics, huh? Honorifics, huh? Forget it. What is the use of someone who can't even speak? Right. He's going to do it again. The treatment is complete. My lord. Right, let's go back, huh? My lord, what? I have a request, Harry. How many days? Since the Marktada. About 3 months. Sir Edmund. I understand, Harry. Yes, Sir Edmund. What is it this time? Our merchant association is ruined. The merchant association, bro. It is ruined. The magic swordsman lord made a promise. Hold on for just 3 months. I guarantee I'll send someone. But so far we haven't received any message from him. Are you sure it was this weather? Please. Calm down. Sir Edmund. He's not the kind of person who would break a promise. Right, suddenly. A shadow covers them. The rivers. The monster lands in front of the two. Swordmund. Is that Savina's voice? The ice delivery has arrived. Ice is really ice. I knew you would keep your word. Magic swordsman lord. An ice wyvern. A monster that equals an entire squad. And they're using it to deliver ice. What the hell is going on in the north? Right. The master asked you to deliver this. That person. She. Or delivers a letter. That person. Princess and Shield. Thank you for accepting the invitation. Your beauty grows with each passing day. Your Majesty. You, Lisa. Agia. Sir Justin, Freya. As always. Not even a fake smile. Well, it wouldn't be fun if she were too easy. Just wait. I'll make that indifferent look. Forgive me, Princess. What is it? A letter from Baron Blizzard has arrived. The letter has been taken to your office. Really? Let's go then. Wait, you're already going? I rushed all the way here since morning just to see you. Princess, I heard you train so much that you can't miss a single day. Don't waste your time. You should go back soon. Let's go, Lancia. Yes, Princess. The two leave the location. Justin gets angry and punches the table. Blizzard. That bastard. In her office. She reads the letter to my dear Princess Ashley. How have you been? I've been well thanks to your lucky charm. The northern lands are a good place to live. Shining crystal caves. Warm hot springs. We built a city called White Castle. Inside this cave. It's a really beautiful place. But it has one big flaw. You are not here. Just that fact makes this place seem empty. I'm sending you a little gift. With my longing. The princess is startled. We see a flower in her hand. I will send another letter soon. From the one who misses you so much. Baron Blizzard. After reading. She reacts. Why am I like this? Why do I keep thinking about him? She stares at the flower. Gets up and says. I need to confirm. I need to meet him. After that. We see her. Homodoki. Using some technique on the flower. The petal appears in his hand. And he comments. I'm good at destroying everything. Such delicate work is hard to do. Jerome, what happened? Why are you making such a fuss? You need to go to the office immediately. There's been a big discovery. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event, right? Cut it out. I wish you would always work so excited like that. Quick move. Soon after we see him reacting. That it was a library of an ancient wizard. Hence his reaction. Wasn't very bland. It's a big discovery. It is a relic of ancient humanity. A key to reviving lost magic. A stepping stone to surpass the fifth circle. Upon hearing this, his eyes widen. I'm feeling something intense, Jerome. That feeling is coming from your waist. They stop for a moment, and Jerome says, It's nothing important, my lord. I didn't even mention it because I thought it wasn't worth anything. Using some technique. Seu Mudu who pulls the item to himself. When you hide like that, it just makes me want to see what it is more. He opens the item and questions. This is some pebbles. They are shining. I wasn't trying to hide. They are stones full of mana. We call them mana stones. Mana stone. Where were you planning to use these stones to be hiding like that? The truth is, I am currently a fourth circle mage. I'm close to reaching the fifth circle, but I've been stuck on a wall I can't get past. I thought maybe the mana stones would help. I see. Overcoming such a barrier is not easy. I understand how you feel. Thank you, my lord. In that case, that gives me even more reason to refuse. What if I get stronger? That will benefit. Carolyn, allow me. Please. Denied, of course. Using these stones can help you break this wall. But what then? Are you going to look for more mana stones? You shouldn't. Depend on factors. External to reach a new level. The necessary to reach enlightenment is the accumulation of time and effort that leads to growth. There are no shortcuts on this path. Jerome listens and thinks. It's frustrating, but he's right. Until reaching the fourth circle, it was something I conquered with my own effort. Jerome, magic is not something you master in a hurry, even if it's slow. As long as you keep striving, eventually you will be able to reach enlightenment. That's magic. Remembering that, he says, at some point, without realizing it, I ended up forgetting the teachings of my master. I thought I would have to give him a beating to learn. But luckily, it seems he understood. After thinking this, he changed. What he says then? What other uses do these stones have? They can be applied in almost all magic, so they have several uses. For example, mana amplification, barriers, and communication spells. Wait, communication spells? Are you saying that with this mana stone, it is possible to communicate even without a mage? Yes, if I cast a communication spell on the stone, even a normal person would be able to use it to communicate. This is a high-level mana stone. With a mana stone of that quality, communication would be possible, even from the other side of the ocean, over there in the Jeva Empire. Tell me what you think is most important when ruling a nation. I'm not sure what the speed of information is. The one who gathers the most information and delivers it faster. Jerome, transform all the mana stones from here into communication stones. Immediately. Yes, Lord. After that, we see them in another room. Testing. Testing, Jake. Can you guys hear me here? Wow, clean and in good sound, Jake. Where are you now? My current location is in a merchant caravan on the plains, 10 kilometers from White Castle. I can hear you perfectly. No more updates. My lord. My lord. Yes, I can hear very well and without interference. The test was a success. From now on, we will use these stones to communicate. For that is too cool. That's it. Jake, damn it, come here. Come back soon. Emergency. Squad 3 retreat, Osborne. Increase the intensity of the training. When Jake returns, my lord. That way the stone will break. Master, I'm back, great. Welcome back. In a room. We see him reading something. Any problem with Mr. Edmund's letter? No, I asked Edmund to write and send information about the political situation of neighboring countries. And he wrote everything with great detail. But this name, Enus, for some reason, he makes me uncomfortable. Does anyone here know anything about this Enus? Ahem, I haven't confirmed personally, so the information isn't very reliable. But according to the rumors, he is a Grand Master Swordsman. Upon hearing this, everyone is astonished. What? Grand Master Swordsman? If he is a Grand Master Swordsman, then isn't he stronger than a Master Swordsman? Probably. There is no one on this continent who has surpassed the Master level Swordsman. Silence. As soon as he says that, everyone shuts their mouths. Co Mujin closes his eyes and starts thinking. I think a Grand Master Swordsman is on the same level as the Transformation Realm. In the Central Plains, in the Transformation Realm, it is possible to forge a sword with just willpower. When I got here, I saw that only a dozen people reached the level of Master Swordsman. I was disappointed. For a martial artist, living in a world without worthy opponents is a terribly boring life. But now, a master in the realm of transformation has appeared. Even if I can't face him, I want to meet him. The strongest beings in this world. Maybe. It's not important. But I heard there's something strange about him. Something strange? Strangely, whenever he uses his sword, they say the scent of plum blossoms fills the air. Plum blossoms? A swordsmanship that exudes the fragrance of plum blossoms. The Mount Rua sect. That's the only place that could create such an aura. Impossible. Another person who came here from the Central Plains. Could there be others besides me? In the old days, when I was about to unify the plains. Central. Mount Rua sect. A sword that carries the scent of plum blossoms. You possess excellent swordsmanship, but you chose the wrong opponent. Sect leader. Peng SCU. Madoku SCU. Shit. If I had my disciple, the result would have been different. Are you talking about the guy who ran away a few days ago? He didn't run away. He disappeared during his training in isolation, as if he had gone to another world. Remembering that, you change what you think. Formerly, I thought he was just making a cheap excuse. But what if he told the truth? Huh, my lord? Is there a problem with the letter? Huh? Oh well. It's nothing much. It just says that the kingdom sent an inspection group. An inspection group. Billord. What the hell happened? Is this really something worth all the fuss? Of course. The inspection group only visits places for two reasons: a royal ride, or hunt down and execute traitors. We need to prepare for anything. When will the inspection group arrive? In a month. Your man then raises his finger and lowers it. Pointing back, Jerome turns, and he says, "Today at hour of the 8th earthly branch." I mean, the way they talk around here. Around 1 p.m. I think. We see a flag entering the premises. Anyway, they must be arriving. It's real. They've already arrived. We see Justin stomping his foot on the ground and saying, "Lord of the White Castle, Baron Blizzard, come down right now and receive the inspection group with respect, as the customs dictate." How long has it been, Justin? Your arm is better, huh? When he got down there. Besides that, that's not Justin. What the hell are you thinking? Lord Blizzard, you really plan to start a rebellion? By appearing in front of the group. He says, "You can stop hiding. Your Highness Princess is child." Lord Justin, please, avoid this hostile attitude. How have you been? Baron Blizzard. After arriving. In another moment, we see her reacting to the place. While this is the crystal cave mentioned in the letter, she's beautiful. The hot springs. I want to see them too. All right. Follow me. In the end, it was just a royal tour. After X of reading my letter, she said she begged her father and came here with an inspection group. You're still stubborn as always. And that lucky charm too seriously. That's a forbidden topic from now on. When listening to Ashley, he thinks, even in these things, she looks exactly like in my last life. It was a long journey to avenge the Ion. I conquered Murim. After walking in circles, I finally found her here. Even though her appearance is different, just being reunited with her is enough. So this is the hot spring. She is beautiful. SEU Mudok stretches out his hand, embraces the girl and says, "For me, you are even more beautiful." Oops, Baron. Really? I missed you. The Ariao? Upon hearing this, the girl is confused. The Ariao? Who is this? Sorry, Ashley. I confused. Baron Blizzard. I liked how you looked at me. In those eyes that stared at me without looking away, I felt affection. But now, I know the truth. Baron Blizzard. Is that look directed at me? Or to that woman named? The Ariao is. Is Shield I? It's not okay. You don't need to say anything. Because everything has already been answered. The girl. Leave the place. Leaving SCU Mudu alone. Didn't even know what to say. The Ariao. And Ashley. Even if I explained about reincarnation, there was no way to make her understand time and the feelings that have accumulated. We see him walking alone and a man hiding behind a tree. This man draws a blade and tries to attack him from behind. We see an impact and blood gushing. Haravan. Justin calls. A shadow comes out of his body and a person appears. Called, Lord Justin. What happened to that guy? The ambush was a success. We see snow falling and a necklace thrown next to blood. We see the luxury accommodation of the White Castle. Inside, we see the girl, panting. I'm so pathetic. Crying like a baby after getting dumped. She wipes her tear. That's how a child remembers the face of her Mundok, just like an idiot. You could have asked me. In sequence, we see a foot approaching the accommodation. Your Majesty, you have a visitor. It's Shield. Immediately breaks into a smile. Thinking it's her. Mudok stopped. She grabs the doorknob, opens it and says, "What brings you here so late? Did you happen to come to apologize?" Suddenly, astonishment takes over your gaze. We see a blade with blood running down it. And Justin in front of the room, looking at her with a crazy face. After having killed the two guards. "I'm sorry to bother you so late." Princess and Shield. Quickly, the girl tries to grab the doorknob to close the door, but the doorknob is cut off. After cutting the doorknob, He executes a sequence of cuts and destroys the door. Ashley falls to the ground and thinks. He cut the whole door in an instant. So it's a sword, enchanted with magic. Justin enters the room. As he walks towards her, she says, "How dare you do such insolence? Sir Justin, you even attacked the royal guard. How dare you invade my room? If you're going to block the noble's path, it's good to be ready for the consequences." And he sticks his blade into the ground, approaches her, and says, "My insolence only happened because you were rude to me first. You ignored my feelings and then clung to some random guy who showed up. Wasn't it? Well, you did all this for a reason like that. The Baron won't sit back and watch you act. Even in this situation, you keep waiting for that man. He's dead. I sent an elite assassin squad after him. Since those bastards completed the ambush, by this time, you won't even be able to find his body. Impossible." The girl cowers. Baron Blizzard. As soon as she thinks of him, we see his Omo-doke appearing and executing some attack. Justin is pushed back, and Shield is surprised. And we see the fist of his Omo-doke serrated. With a punch, he throws Justin against the wall. We see the boy's legs flying. Blizzard. He screams as he is thrown outside. Lacia is waiting for him to attack him again. We see him taking a leap, and the impact between the trees. Lacia changed and stopped in front of Ashley. Looking at the girl, he questions, "Are you okay?" She just stares back at him. "Yes, I am. But what about you, Baron?" As she asks this, the sword emanates a strange energy. His change that he manages to perceive in time and blocks an unexpected attack. After blocking, he distances the sword from himself, observing his movements. He thinks, this is the control technique. Because the sword leaves the room, and we see a hand holding, embraced with Ashley. He says, "Justin, that guy. It seems that you had prepared properly all this time." We see Justin holding the sword with a kind of armor. In another moment, we see Duke Sergio von Icaros asking, "Are you going to defeat that Blizzard bastard?" "Yes, father. Please, lend me your private assassin squad. They can kill even master swordsmen." So with them, no? That wouldn't be enough. After he takes the sword, we see something transforming and an energy joining the blade. If you're really going to try to kill him, you'll have to prepare better. Thus we see Justin again, a sword that molds freely with the user's mana and creates a magic armor. That is a magic sword. Noticing an attack, his Madoki throws the echo to the side, and we see the impact hitting the construction. With this, even a grandmaster would die. We see again the trace of the blow. Justin laughs madly. "Did you like it, bastard? Different from last time, right? It's a good thing those bastards failed." Despite him saying that, we see his Homadoke reappearing in the smoke. "Because now, I can personally finish you off, Baron. Your arm is bleeding backwards. You need to go to a safe place. But you'll come back, right?" He looks at her with a smile on his face and says, "You can hide and wait for me." Then he jumps towards Justin. We see him landing on the ground and saying, "You're different from the last time, Justin, but I still see no purpose in your existence, Justin." He attacks while shouting, "Will you continue with your useless lessons?" Seeing the blow coming towards him, his Homadoki with just one movement of his hand stops the attack. So he keeps staring at Justin, the same at close range, and tries to perform a direct attack. His Madoki defends again. After that, exchanging blows, they distance themselves from each other. "Enough nonsense, Blizzard," he says, preparing for a stronger attack. "It's over, now I've got him." He's already tired of facing the assassin squad. Now is the perfect chance to kill him. "This is your end, Blizzard." He says this trying to perform an attack, but another blow comes towards him, and we see the sword being destroyed. Justin gets scared and kneels on the floor. "Remember this, bastard. It's the same injury as before." Well, that's how it should be. At this distance, you won't be able to attack Ashley. You received my blows on purpose, just to distance us from the princess. Even a cornered rat bites the cat. If you eliminate your opponent's options, he will do the impossible to survive. A rat like you could end up hurting Ashley. How dare you? You keep underestimating me. Justin tries to attack him again, but his Omo-doke just puts his hand on his chest. "I'm not just being cautious, because I can't risk losing her again." So we see a strong flash spreading, and just the silhouette of his Omodoc. Ice spreads across the trunks, and the flash spreads throughout the location. We see the two standing, and the place covered in snow and everything frozen. Justin on his knees on the ground wonders. What happened? My mana. I can't gather. My mana. It's useless. I just destroyed your Danteon. From now on, gathering and using mana will be impossible for you. We see the young man's desperate expression. He raises his hand to try to punch his Maduk, but he gets a slap in his face. Live the rest of your life regretting it. Someone like you, who always tormented the weak, will now feel what it's like to be weak. The sun begins to illuminate the place. It's already dawn. I better go back soon. She must be waiting for me. After that, we see Justin trapped. Justin's plans ended like that, and he was in that situation. My mana. Impossible. Because how? The only thing missing is the meeting with Ashley. We see the unpleasant expression of her Mudok. Two hands touching. An e-child and her helper. What situation is this? 15 minutes ago. This way. Find it. Whoever finds it will receive a great reward. You were attacked by assassins here and lost your necklace. Exactly. Those guys seemed pretty skilled. How did you get out without any injuries? Facing those guys. Skilled. Not even a little. They only knew how to be silent. Besides that, they were weaklings. If I hadn't been distracted at the time, they wouldn't have left a scratch. Of course you're so amazing. As I imagined. It was my fault. Upon hearing this, he turns around. Princess. A shield. Her helper tries to hide. If I had searched at the time, I would have already found it. But you needed to save me. That's not it. Princess. It'll be to blame someone. It's that bastard Justin's fault. It's not Jerome. Jerome? No way. Count Jerome vanquishing. Why is the Count here? I heard you were missing. I ended up here by chance, Your Highness. I understand you're happy. But this kind of contact, excited, is kind of problematic for me. As soon as he says that, CMO Doka hugs him. You two seem pretty close, huh? Jerome, Baron. It's not what you're thinking, seriously. It didn't seem that way to me. Your Highness, I believe it would be wise to clarify this misunderstanding as soon as possible. So after the conversation, we see SCU Mudu here questioning what? Jerome was the person the princess respected the most. That's right. The Count was an incredible person. Count Carwin was. A true noble who cared about the people. I felt very bad when they exiled him to this desolate land. You can't imagine how sad I was when I found out he had disappeared. So that's what happened. And you don't tell me anything. Who goes around bragging about their own good deeds? But why are you talking in the past? Well, it's because I met you, she says, blushing and with her eyes shining. The same happens with SU Homodoki, but again she runs away. Princess. Ah, that's right. You were looking for the necklace. I wasn't. I'll look over there. Your Highness. After running, we see her standing somewhere. The princess arrives, panting, looking down, to rest. She finds the necklace. Your Highness Rentia. The necklace the Baron is looking for isn't this one. Ah, yes. It is him. I'll call the Lord immediately. From his reaction, before. This necklace must be linked to the person named Wyan. Princess Ashley. You were. With the same face as the Lord. Blizzard, huh? Seriously, there's no need to rush. Your vassalship. Just as the young lady thinks of him. I'm sure the Lord also carries Your Highness. In his heart. She gives a smile, staring at the necklace. She thinks, in the beginning, I was jealous, but now I'm curious. What kind of woman managed to win the heart of such a wonderful person? She drops the necklace in her hand. What kind of person was she? We see a vase with a flower falling. Get that out of here. Immediately. A flower that blooms with a true love. Nonsense. You already have a fiancé. Stop distracting yourself with absurd matters. And prepare yourself for the wedding I planned. Father, you are the one who should open your eyes. Couples who make the lotus of love bloom are recognized by everyone as soulmates. Even after seeing this miracle, you keep talking about a political marriage. I think the Moram alliance matters. More than your own daughter. Angry. He clenches his fists. Just like you abandoned my mother for the alliance. Aye, that's enough. Guards. Arrest her immediately. Make sure she doesn't go to the Ice Palace. Until the wedding. Keep her under surveillance. I should have never come back. That's it. Child wakes up startled. She looks to the side, gets up, faces the window and thinks, that was a dream. In another moment, we see Ashley standing in front of the waterfall. Who was that woman in my dream? Is there a problem, princess? Ah, it's nothing, Baron. When did you arrive? I'm fine. You don't have to worry, Baron. He stares at her. Princess, how about we take a walk just to clear our minds? A walk. We see a flying creature. The maid ducks down in fear, while the girl feels impressed. Wow, it's an ice wyvern. I've never seen so many tamed wyverns before. They were trained since they were pups and are quite friendly. No need to worry. Jerome arrives at the location, my lord. The preparations are complete. Good. You prepared that, yes? Something flies in the direction of the group and falls in front. The maid. Sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. We see a round and furry creature. This is Kondo. A yeti. With a yeti? Are you talking about the legendary tribe that lives in the fields? Snowy. I never imagined they would be so cute and small. I'm glad you liked him. You're changed. Which makes a jewel for him. Maybe she'll be scared seeing him. Jerome shrinks him with magic. Magic isn't omnipotent, but we see the result. Your stare's smiling. So let's go. Lilith, upon hearing the name, Wyvern turns around. Princess, hold my hand. She stares at him with a slight smile. Holds his hand, and the ice wyvern starts to fly. We see you flying. I'm scared. It's my first time flying so high. But since I'm with you, it will be okay. Why don't you open your eyes? Princess. She slowly opens her eyes. Suddenly, she's amazed by what she finds in front of her. She finds a magnificent landscape above the clouds. Wow. The view is wonderful. Are you feeling a little better now? She doesn't answer immediately. You've been worrying about me this whole time? Thinking this. She says, thanks to you. Then hold on tight. What? Are we going faster? We see then. Construction Lord. You should have warned us earlier. We were too far away. How could I warn you? Just report the business to Jerome. I'm counting on you, huh? I'll do everything. But what about you, Lord? I'm having dinner with Ashley at a restaurant near here. Finish everything before I get back. Understood. And my opinion is worthless. We see Ashley standing on a balcony. Also impressed with the view. I prepared this for you. Did you like it? I loved it. She looks away, staring at the necklace. She thinks, stopping to think about the flower on the necklace. Of the Baron. I feel like I've seen her before. It's Jude. She remembers the flower in her dream. Princess. 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 Are you okay? Ah, sorry. I was thinking about a strange dream I had yesterday. A strange dream. There were people wearing clothes that I've never seen before and living in strange houses. In my dream, I think I was around 20 years old. A light-skinned woman. Dark hair and beautiful black eyes. But in my dream, I always had a sad expression. Because I loved someone. But my father was forcing me into a political marriage. Anyway, it was just a strange dream. Holding the necklace. He says yes. That's a pretty strange dream. If I'm not mistaken. I was calling out for someone in the middle of my dream. I think it was Gaga. Upon hearing this, he is astonished. In all my life, only one person has called me Gaga. Ion still holding the necklace. He remains silent. Are you okay? Baron, yes. I ended up losing attention for a moment. The food will get cold. Princess, sit down and eat a little. Baron, I have a request. Every time you call me princess, I feel like it creates a distance between us. If it's okay with you, from now on, please, call me Ashley. Upon hearing this, the sparkle in his eyes changed. He remembers you, and a smile appears on his face. Okay, Ashley. We see the two of them eating. My lord, were you able to enjoy your meal? I returned after finishing the work with the Teston firm. Teston? I've never heard that name before. Was there a place like that in the kingdom? I forgot to explain. This Teston firm is not located in the Drake Kingdom, but in the Gaia Kingdom. The Gaia Kingdom? A powerful nation in the northwest of the continent, ruled by generations of queens, also known as the Nation of Women. Especially, the Royal Order of Gaia, composed purely of women, is an order known to rival the strength of the Wyvern Knights of the Zebot Empire. I knew we had traveled a good distance, but I didn't imagine we would be in the Gaia Empire. Won't being here cause any diplomatic problems? She thinks, worried. Sorry for being Jerome. Please, Continue. Everything's fine. Princess. Continuing. The hide from the ice ogre that we're exporting to the Gaia kingdom is becoming quite popular. Luya saw that and made a good suggestion today, asking if the Carlin Association could build a factory here to make and directly sell the leather goods. The leather is already selling well. So, we really need to sell the manufactured version as well. In the Gaia kingdom, the queen and most of the figures of power are women. If we make clothes and bags, the nobles will like it. That would create a trend, and we'd earn much more than we currently do. Lua knows a famous leather craftsman in Carlin. She said we can start immediately, as soon as you allow it. As I thought, putting Lua in charge of the association was the right decision. Thinking that, he replies right away, I'll provide all the leather you need. So proceed with the plan. Understood. Our leather is so popular that the stock runs out on the same day it arrives. As soon as he says that, they both feel something strange. An explosion happens in the middle of the city. That was near our association. Wasn't it too close? The wind could spread the fire to our building. I'll go take a look. Stay with Ashley, huh? You're going alone? My lord. It's too dangerous. I'm going too. It'll only take a minute. I'll be right back. That being said, he jumps off the balcony. Then let's get out too. What? We can't just stand here. What do you mean, let's go? We'll follow the Baron soon. We see a woman kneeling on the ground and crying because of her shop. No, my shop. I dedicated my whole life to it. Some people are trying to help put out the fire. The whole building is on fire. This is quite a fire. The fire is bigger than I expected. Baron, what? It's Child Jerome. I'm sorry. I was so worried. I couldn't stay waiting. How can I reprimand you for that? If I were in your place, I would have made the same decision. He thinks. Help me. SEU Madoki hears a voice, and his attention is called. What was that, Baron? Baron is shouting as he jumps in the direction of the fire. We see him in the air, staring at a window, and crashing through it. He lands inside the building, prepares a spell, and attacks, freezing the place. A divine ice palm. He protects himself for a moment, and then he starts to rummage. After a short moment, he finds a girl fallen on the ground. He approaches her and checks her pulse. She's still breathing, carrying her on his shoulder. He says, consider yourself a lucky woman to survive a fire like that. As soon as he says that, what seems to be a new explosion happens, and debris flies in his direction. We see a piece of wood almost hitting his eye, but suddenly, everything freezing. Not only the internal part, but also the external area of the building was completely frozen. An 8th level ice magic. No, not in the circle. It's Mudok who appears outside. It's Shield. He opens a smile and shouts Baron. Thus we see two people talking at a table. Your Highness, signs of rebellion have been detected. A rebellion? Who dares to challenge me? Your Highness, Your Highness. The person faints, and in sequence finds a brief image of CEO Mudok. We see a ceiling and that same person opening their eyes. Where am I? She finds an open door and stares at the place. So upon leaving the room, she comes across a table full of people. Ah, you woke up. How are you feeling? What place is this? This is the Carlin Association, I heard. That recently, an association was becoming famous, with trades involving leather. But how come you didn't recognize me? Thinking this, she questions. There's no one from the Gaia Kingdom here, is there? We are from the Carlin village, north of the Drake Kingdom. That's why the association is called Carillum. Who saved me? Sitting there is our lord, the Baron Blizzard. He saved you. Baron Blizzard, huh? She thinks. So, it was you who saved me. Thank you. I'm Schiller MacMarin. As soon as the name is said, everyone is astonished. What? Who is she? You idiot. I told you to study about the Gaia Kingdom. Princess Schiller is the second princess of the Gaia Kingdom. She reached the master level at the age of 25, and now leads the royal order. She is the most famous person in the kingdom. Please, forgive our rudeness. Your Majesty, it's okay. Since you are not from Gaia, I will ignore the fact that you didn't recognize me. Of all people, I had to meet a princess. If my identity is exposed, it could end up becoming a diplomatic problem. Seo Madoki notes that Princess Ekel is nervous. I will personally guarantee your reward for saving my life. When you finish eating, come with me to the palace. Respectfully, I refuse. I need to return to my land. What? The other girl, realizing this, thinks nervously. This is bad. Refusing a reward from Gaia is considered a great insult here. Our Lord must be nervous in front of Princess Schiller. Let's change the subject before it gets out of control. By the way, how did you end up in that building? Your Majesty? That's Baron Dayton. She thinks. I've helped him so much until now, and he dared to try to assassinate me. After thinking, she says, it was nothing much. A coward. Too afraid to face me. Tried to poison me. They tried to poison you? Setting the building on fire was probably a guarantee of my death. Anyway, I will repay you for saving my life. Say what you wish. A reward? He asks, looking at her, leaving her a little embarrassed like that. He says, it seems the one wanting something here is you. You insolent fool. Are you mocking me? You must be starving, since you haven't eaten since yesterday. Sit down and we'll eat together. Are you really refusing a reward from me? The food is even acceptable. If you weren't my savior, I would have thrown everyone in prison. She looks to the side and finds a sword. Whose sword is this? Oh, so you know how to use a sword. Perhaps a nobleman from a family of knights. As captain of the royal order, I'm curious about this man's swordsmanship. She thinks, before saying, Baron, after this meal, duel me. I refuse. It's a personal rule of mine, not to duel against an opponent weaker than me. This comment irritates the woman. Are you saying I'm weak? By any chance? Don't you know that I'm a master swordsman? She starts to think. In the past, several foreign knights refused to duel against me, just because I'm a woman. But in the end it was easy to convince them to accept the duel. She smiles, bringing her hand to her mouth, and says, are you scared of losing? Ishud and the others are astonished. An energy spreads through the place. Let's go outside. Seo Muduke does, already with his sword in hand. I'm going to teach you a lesson. The duel will follow the knight's rules, with the aura restricted. Whoever makes the other surrender first wins. Simple enough, right? As you wish, Baron. Don't forget, she is the princess of Gaia. If she gets a scratch, this could become a diplomatic problem. I understand. Then stop talking. Are you done talking? Para on Blizzard. She thinks. I've seen several men like you, but each of them lost and knelt before me. I'm looking forward to seeing your defeated face. We see her standing sideways, holding her sword. Suddenly her blade shines. The reflection goes towards her Omudok's eyes, and she jumps towards him. He defends the first attack. She thinks, you blocked my thrust. Surprise. So it wasn't all a bluff on your back. She prepares to attack him. Muduke notices this, and also prepares. We see the impact of the blows. The two continue exchanging blows around the place. She advances towards him with waste, minimum of movements and no effort whatsoever. He reflected all my blows. And I am a sword master. This man is insanely skilled. She tries to cut him, and he jumps, dodging the blow. We see his Mudok in the air. He stares at her as she prepares. With a boost, she also launches herself into the air. This time, instead of using her sword, she kicks him in the shoulder. He is thrown away, using his sword and his feet. He manages to stop the impulse. Then, he looks at her. She is like a master in the style of the piercing spear, in the realm of harmonization. A savage attack. An endless barrage of thrusts. If I just keep parrying, this whole place will turn to ruin. Both jump towards each other. I'll end this in one blow. The blades clash again. We see a foot moving quickly, and his Omodok defending the attack. In sequence, he counterattacks with his elbow and hits the princess's torso. He holds her by the neck, spins her, and she slams against the ground. Blizzard. The sword of his Homodoki is stopped at her neck. We see the destroyed place. Admit your defeat. Not again. Both demonstrated more breathtaking grimaces. Why don't we call it a day and go back to our meal? If you don't accept a rematch, I will officially complain to the Drac Kingdom. No, please, anything but that. The other guy thinks. Admitting defeat is part of a warrior's dignity. Even so, the actions of a nation's princess are no different from those of a child. What did you say? What did you say about me? Who do you think you are to say that? His sword moved and stopped in front of her face. A wind spreads through the place. Just by simply raising his sword, she falls, kneeling. I lost. I couldn't even see him move, Sooties. So this is how you thank those who save other people's lives around here? Does that tiny brain of yours not realize that I was going easy on you? Because you're a princess? Think carefully about who's being rude here. She keeps thinking, why can't I win? If I lose everything I've built so far. Mom, I won first place in the fencing tournament again. Damn, our cheerleader is amazing. If it keeps going like this, she will be able to protect her mother and sister. Return, if the sword of Gaia. So I lived my whole life as the sword of Gaia, defending the realm, being the one that nobody dared to challenge. I strived throughout my whole life to become this kind of person, this man. Who is he, Baron? From now on, choose your opponents wisely. Miss Ashley, since we are returning to Corel tomorrow, how about we finish our date in Clare City? And Jerome, tell Jake to buy some swords that I can use. My swords are all worn out. They will be ready when you return. She keeps staring at him. Hey, you two. That woman with the Baron. Is she by any chance his fiancée? No, not really. I can't go into details. But she is Maneuver. From an extremely respected family. So they haven't gotten married yet, huh? Thinking this, she says, you there. Go get a carriage. I'm returning to the palace. Understood, princess. Since I became a sword master, it's the first time I've met someone stronger than me. His name was Blizzard. If I had met him sooner, I would have grown differently. After returning to the palace, I sent my most loyal knights to find the Baron Dayton, but he was found dead in his basement. And in his hands was a letter. It said that his family had been taken hostage. Below that, the letter was torn. The name of the mastermind was probably written there. And the assassin destroyed the evidence. After assassinating him, I continued my search for the person behind my assassination attempt. But I didn't find any proof or name. But there was one person I seriously suspected. And she was, Your Highness, Princess Schiller has arrived. Let her in. In a room, we see the other princess sitting, first in line to the throne of the kingdom of Gaia. It's been a while. Isn't it, Ryan McMahon? What Baron Dayton tried to assassinate you? Yes, he drug my wine, then set the building on fire. If that person hadn't saved me, I would have probably died. Guards, is there anyone there? Bring Baron Dayton here immediately. You don't need to do that. When I went to confront him, he was already dead. Probably the person who tried to kill me silenced him. She runs towards her sister and hugs her. Schiller, my dear little sister. I thought you'd be okay being a sword master. I was too careless. I'm glad you're okay. Really, I'm glad. Are you so unhappy that I'm alive, sister? Think, Schiller. Despite all the trails leading to you, I wanted to be wrong. Since there was no conclusive evidence, we can't go back to how things were. What would that person do in this situation? Suddenly, her eyes widen. It's true, sister. You said you were going with the royal entourage for King Drake's birthday, didn't you? That's right. Well, could I go in your place? That's not like you. You never go to these events. Don't tell me that. The man who saved you, he's from the Drake Kingdom. Wow, you want to see him again? It's not me. That's not it. It's been 3 days since we returned from testing to Carlin. After Justin's attack, our goods, like the ice wyverns and the glacial snowflower, were at risk of being discovered by some enemy. So exchanges, officials, and other public activities were moved to the castle. Today is the day Miss Echo leaves. Time flies. A lot has happened. Captain Schiller will soon launch an attack. We need to strengthen our forces as quickly as possible. I'm glad it's quiet today. He closes the door, passing by his assistant. Hi, Lord. Captain Chili will attack. We need to execute our military reinforcement strategy. Honestly, I'm a little worried too. She is the princess of the Gaia Kingdom. I'm afraid this will become a diplomatic problem. Madoka stares at her while thinking about Central Polynesia, especially during my stay in the Martial Alliance. I saw that quite a bit. The proud look of a true martial artist. If it's her, this matter will not be spread externally. With that, he says, don't worry, Miss Ashley. I was right, and I'm sure she understood that. But if anything happens to you, use this to talk to me. This is an item called a communication stone, made with a mana stone. It allows for long-distance communication without a mage. It even works from the capital to here. Is that possible? Then you can talk to me anytime. Miss Ashley. Princess. It's time for us to go. He whispers. Communication stones are not yet known to the world. Then use it only when you are alone, to avoid exposure. And if Justin tries anything, Jake will be following you through the skies. Just by looking, you can tell it's a valuable item. And a handwritten letter. I see clearly how much he values me in his gestures and words. Thinking this, she thanks. Thank you very much, Baron. The group begins the return journey. Her Madoki stares. I am currently a baron. There is a vast distance between me and Princess Ashley, like heaven and earth. To become a man worthy of her, I need to elevate my position. With that, he says, I suppose it's time to go to that place. The what? What the hell is going on here? Who are these people? The assassins who tried to kill me. These are the assassins Justin brought. Yes, exactly, and he knows this, doesn't he? He probably thinks they're all dead. I locked them up without food to test how much they could take. It's only been 10 days. Compared to the assassins from the Central Plains, their survival skills are pathetic. Suddenly, something catches his attention. At least these two seem decent. Jerome calls short. Bring them food, how right? It will take a while for these guys to become useful, he thinks. After that, we see the men eating and drinking water, huh? My lord, why did you keep these people alive? I'm thinking of turning them into my own squad of assassins. What squad of assassins? Why would you create such a squad? He is astonished to think. Are you planning to send assassins before the Gaia Kingdom attacks? If not that, an Ice Wyvern unit and an assassin squad. Obviously, you wouldn't be planning a rebellion, would you? What the hell are you thinking? Lord Blizzard. We see what appears to be the entrance to a cave. My lord, the Wyvern unit and now an assassin squad. Aren't you going too far? We passed the inspection thanks to the princess's visit, but next time, we could be labeled as traitors. While he speaks, Sue just ignores him. You are going to Her Majesty's birthday. Isn't that so? Change what he says. I intend to use the king's birthday as the big turning point to enter the political center. What? Since Ashley is a princess, then I need to at least become a duke. And for that, I need to face several enemies. An assassin squad is needed. Short, I've gathered the entire Storm Knights order. Glacial. Yes, sir. As you ordered. They are positioned at the entrance, says Schwartgale, captain of the Glacial Storm Knights order. Attention, assassins. You have two choices. Become my subordinates or die. But your abilities are too pathetic to become my subordinates. So I prepared a training to get you in shape. Choose one of the weapons behind me and kill all the knights out there. Hunt them. In the 3 weeks after, we see a trio of knights surrounded in the middle of the forest. The assassins start the attack. One of them tries to attack one of the knights who defends, using a shield. He grabs the assassin by the shoulder and knocks him to the ground. The knight raises his sword to the air, ready to finish the assassin. Then, we see what appears to be a raised brooch. Huh. I killed one. Go sit over there. From above, we see SCU Hamadok watching. It's been 3 weeks since the beginning of the training, in conjunction with the assassin squad and the Storm Knights order. Glacial. The rules are simple. Each participant receives a brooch. If it is stolen or damaged, you are dead. The side that loses all of its brooches loses. It seems simple, but there's nothing better than a little competition. To train two groups, both sides needed training, so it ended up working. It's starting again. All the assassins were marked with Jerome's tracking spell, so if they leave the selected area, an alert is issued. One of the assassins is running, apparently trying to escape. That's your 10th time, Miller. You've tried to escape 10 times. I'm sure I warned you I'd kill you next time. I don't have time for these games. Someone hits the back of his neck. Miller falls to the ground. I'm sorry, my lord. Please, forgive us just this once. With all your immense mercy, says Baker, leader of the assassins. Why is he so desperate to escape? He said he needed to get revenge on someone. Revenge? Miller is different from the other members, who became assassins for money. When he was young, his whole family was murdered and only he survived. The prey that killed his family. He found out that she will attend a festival in the capital next month. A party in the capital. We see the barony again. Miller is lying down. He gets up with CEO in his room. Drake's birthday party. It will be protected by hundreds of mages and knights. Do you really think you can assassinate him alone? Did the leader tell you? I've lived until now only to get revenge. If I can kill my enemy, I don't care what happens to me. It's the king's birthday. I guarantee you, you won't even get close to your enemy, let alone get revenge. Your death would be insignificant, without achieving anything. Miller just stares at him. But I am a nobleman. I can attend this party. What are you trying to say? I'm proposing a deal. I will help you achieve your revenge. In exchange, I want your absolute loyalty. Why me? There are many better assassins. Baker said you were the first person to become a master assassin at 25 years old. I also recognize your potential. I still think you're weak, but I know you'll become much stronger. That's why I need you on the squad I'm creating. So then, will you accept the deal? He thinks and kneels. If you bring me my revenge, I'll do anything. We have a deal. We'll leave in a few days. So get ready, master. The sorbet is ready. Miller is charmed. Ah, it's true. Let's go before it melts. He takes her hand to his chest. That woman. Who was that beauty? We see one other property. Useless fool. You lost even with that precious artifact. But father, that guy. Silence. Justin lowers his head. Blizzard, you continue to be a nuisance. Roxlin can solve this. Don't worry, Duke. I'll make sure to finish off the Baron. Blizzard, that concludes my report. So we need to relocate 6,000 new citizens of the territory, coming from beyond the city of Tots to Carillon. And you said we collected 6 wyvern eggs. Exactly. My lord. This is Max, captain of the White Castle Guard. So when will we do this? We solve this. After with Jerome. There is something more important for us to do. Something important. I don't know what to give the king as a gift. Everyone is silent. Why? Why did everyone react like that? At a minimum, it needs to be better than Duke Icarus' gift. Isn't it? If you have any suggestions, speak up. What's up? Ice ogre leather is popular among merchants. And winter is coming. His Majesty should probably like it. Too normal. Any other ideas? How about flowers? Flowers? Are you kidding me? No, I'm not talking about normal flowers. I meant frost snow flowers. They only grow in Carilo. So they are special. But precisely because they only grow in extreme cold, it would be impossible to grow them in the capital. So we're only left with that option. That one, yes. How about the Baron? I can't take it anymore. That bastard blocked all the roads. What are you talking about, Jake? Explain calmly. The Viscount of the city of Thor Roslin. We've been paying unfair tolls and usage fees until now, but this time, he blocked the roads completely. We can't just pass through them with Ivan. Wyverns have a load limit. So land routes are essential. To get to the capital, we need to pass through Toff. Since they don't know about the Wyverns, his plan should be to block the roads. Doing this right before a noble's party means they are trying to stop you from attending. Lord, that guy must be hiding something. Why is he doing this? I believe the Viscount created his power, using the influence of Duke Icarus. It hasn't been long since Justin returned. It's likely that Icarus is behind this. We have no choice. If they're going to provoke us, we need to retaliate. You wouldn't be thinking about a territorial war, would you? A territorial war is a war fought between lords, feudal. As long as they don't break the imperial laws, the king cannot interfere. But to start a territorial war, you need to inform the king, and you need to officially declare war on your opponent. One exception is if you end the war before informing the king. Then you can just report, after forcing your opponent to surrender, right on time. Then it's the perfect chance to test that. He thinks. Schwartz. Organize the minimum number of troops possible to leave the territory, and prepare to leave. Understood. The assassin squad will be on standby. For now, send Miller alone to scout the city of Toth. Jake, prepare the Wyvern unit to leave too. What? But our unit only has 20 people. Isn't enough. People for us to start a territorial war. Lack people. Are you really the commander of the Wyvern Knights? Even spending so much time with the Wyverns, you still don't trust their power. Jake thinks. You are right. I used to be pathetic. But my Wyverns are not weak. Let's show them the power of the Wyverns. Jerome for tyranny against the citizens of Carlin, for blocking our passage. Write a declaration of war. I refuse. As I was saying, what a bet on which we are not sure of victory. Risking the lives of our people is too reckless. Viscount Waxling still has 6,000 civilians hostage. If we attack first, they will be in danger, and the city of Toff has 10 times our soldiers. Besides, if the Duke joins the war, we will be at an even greater disadvantage. 2 days before they can respond. We will end this war in 2 days. Jerome widens his eyes. 2 days. That's impossible. You are the strategist, Jerome. Then, don't show so much uncertainty in front of the soldiers. He turns his face. Jerome thinks, if it's him, maybe he can exceed my expectations and create another miracle. Prepare yourself. Soldiers, this is our declaration of war. Hurry up. What crime did you say we committed anyway? The guard points his spear at the prisoner's neck. Anyone coming from Karen will be captured. These are the Viscount's orders. As ordered, we arrested all residents coming from Karen. Something strange. The merchants who used to pass through the gate. They stopped coming, fools. It seems that finally, they realize that we are not going to open the gates. The frozen lands of Karen depend on buying food from other regions. It is impossible to reach the capital without passing through Toff. Due to the mountainous region, Caroline must already be suffering from food shortages, and at the meeting of nobles, all aristocrats must participate. If he doesn't show up, not even at the king's anniversary banquet, Blizzard will be stripped of his title of lord. And at that time, Karen will be mine. A flawless plan. Challenge the Duke. Icarus, whose power surpasses even that of the king. That is the same as committing treason. If I can handle this situation well, the position of Count won't. Maybe I can even become a marquis. Huh? A shadow from nowhere. He and his subordinate get scared. We see a shadow in the window. A wyvern destroys it, entering the place. Roxlin is shocked. A wyvern? Why a wyvern that is only found beyond the mountains? Lazarus is here. We see someone standing. Sue changed. What question? Are you Roxlin? Who are you? Identify yourself immediately. I am the Lord of Carlin. Oh, Lord de Carlin. So he is. The Baron Blizzard. He's moved. Who puts his hand inside his clothes? And something passes beside Roxlin's face. We see blood spurting from his ear and a letter on the floor. This is my declaration of war. I'll be back in an hour. The guards come running. Viscount, are you all right, my lord? The wyvern leaves the place. His Mudoc watches the city from above. That was an Ivan. Why was an Ivan here? The Viscount looks at his soldier, who widens his eyes. Roxlin lands a punch on him. The man falls to the ground. Viscount, he says, while Roxlin raises his foot. The Viscount starts stomping on the guy. Bastards. Useless. You're paid for nothing. Where were you all when the enemy came here? He stops for a moment. Screw it. Dress the prisoners with soldiers' uniforms. And give them weapons. You're talking about military equipment. Yes, Blizzard. That bastard. I want to see his face. The moment he realizes he has killed his own people. Even his subordinate is shocked. Roxan starts walking out of the room. He picks up the letter that was on the floor and starts talking. I have to end that damn Baron. How dare he declare a territorial war against me? Inform the Knights of Toth. From this moment on, I declare war against Caroline. He who achieves the greatest merits in combat will receive part of my wealth and power. We see a soldier standing behind Roxlin. Did you hear me, my lord? Holding a communication crystal. Yes, my lord. He replies in affirmation. Loud and clear. Your group is already prepared. We see the walls and the front of the place full of soldiers. The soldiers, who are actually Carlin's prisoners, are trembling while holding their shields. Come, Blizzard. Kill the people of your territory with your own hands, and plunge into despair. We see the foot of one of the wyverns. The group prepares. Blizzard breathes and says, start the attack. The wyvern troop prepares to attack. The soldiers look up, horrified. Roxlin asks, the what? He is astonished to see the flying monsters. Flying towards him. Wyvern knights. Stones are launched and begin to fall towards the city. They hit the ground, knocking down several people. The prisoners hug each other, trying to protect themselves, but instead of one of the stones and the wall to fall on them, one of the prisoners notices something. Jerome is blocking the attacks. Glacial Storm Knights. The soldiers outside the castle are residents of Carlin. First unit. Evacuate our people. The rest of the troops will infiltrate the collapsed wall. Show the soldiers of Toth the power of Carlin. Angry, Roxlin thinks. How did they know about the gate soldiers? And when did Caroline get so strong? An Ivan appears in front of the Viscount. Say Omodoc flies over the place and jumps on the ground. Upon landing, he faces the opponents. Where did this guy come from? He is alone. Attack all together. Blizzard points his hand forward, and like one ray, passes through all the men, hitting them without difficulty. After that he shakes his hand. The men are shattered on the ground, with ice coming out of their bodies. Now all that's left. He stares at the forest. We see a wind among the trees. A scared soldier and Roxlin saying, "What are you doing? Fight immediately, and you call yourselves knights." I sent someone to ask Duke Icarus for help. So if we hold out until reinforcements arrive, victory will be mine. The warrior looks back and punches Roxlin in the face. The Viscount falls to the ground. Your warriors start running. If you want to die, die alone. You damned pig. What? Is that an order? Get back here. After him, we see the eye of a wyvern lilies. You'll get food poisoning if you eat that garbage. Baron Blizzard. He faces his master Duke and then says, I was wrong. The defeat is mine. I had no choice. They were Duke Ricardo's orders. Please, have mercy, Lord. I captured the soldier who was going to Duke Icarus. Damn it, if the man Duke starts to say. It must have been hard to pretend so much, Roxlin, for the sin of daring to persecute my people. I sentence you to the death penalty. But as soon as he tries to attack him, a shield protects him. He blocked the Lord's blow. What do you think you're doing? You're, turned who looks back. Jerome, my lord. It doesn't matter. No matter how terrible the crimes the noble has committed, the only authority that can decide his fate is His Majesty, the King. If you kill Viscount Roxlin, your position would be threatened. Yes, he's right. You emotionless brute. It's almost time for them to arrive. Finally, Vomer, you fool. Do you think I only sent one soldier to the Duke? Icarus, territorial warfare needs to be reported to the King first, and proceed with a royal observer present. But you didn't report to the court, so I sent Woolmer to the capital. You tried to defeat me before the King found out. However, everything was ruined by your arrogance. Jerome thinks. Impossible. I'm sure we left soldiers stationed on the road to the capital. How did he get through? Your Madoki, who had a serious expression, smiles. What? Did he go crazy? You can reveal your identity as you wish, my lord. The boy says, taking off a mask. Jerome Roxlin, the Millers are amazed. What is this? Since when? Mission accomplished. My lord, there was a clause in the law of territorial war, which is, it is allowed to declare war without reporting to the king, in case your opponent violates imperial laws. Roxlin is amazed. You were using Corel citizens as slaves. The exchange of slaves is banned in the Drake Kingdom. Your Maduki prepares shit. Do you have any idea what I had to do to get here? If I lose the city of Toss and my title, Duke Icarus will kill me. I don't want to die. He starts running and looks back. An ice magic comes out of SCU's foot. Mudok and advances towards Roxley. The magic hits his leg. Clench your teeth. He watches scared. And SCU Omodoc hits a punch in his face. Roxlin is thrown away. He hits against a tree trunk and then falls to the ground. SCU Omodoc's group just watches. The winner of this territorial war. His men smile. It's Corello. Every group celebrates. We see the city at night. After that, everything followed quietly. Roxlin lost all his possessions and was expelled from his territory. And a few days later, disappeared. The city of Tot became Carlin's. Jerome was appointed as administrator of the new district, but no chance no. I'm already full of work if you throw this on my lap too. I will go on strike immediately. So who am I going to put in charge? Goody seems to think of someone. Oh, I know the perfect person. So by Jerome Woolmer's recommendation, Roxlin's former vassal was placed in the management of the city of Toth. Of course we can't completely trust him. So, we designate 2 knights to monitor and report daily. Time passed. Tommy's birthday praises. 3rd Drac Kingdom. 2 guards talking. I want to enjoy the festival too. Swallows the cry. I heard we're going to have a special bonus. Suddenly, Something cast a shadow on them, huh? Where did that shadow come from? Some wyverns appear in front of the guards. A quick monster attack. I'll sound the alarm. Wait, I'm Baron Blizzard of Corello. Baron Blizzard. This guy is the magic swordsman who saved His Majesty. He takes out a card. I came to meet with His Majesty. See. We have a room with a fancy chandelier. And people talking. Baron Blizzard has arrived. He enters the venue. Upon entering, he starts observing people. What a charming man. He was the one who saved His Majesty, right? You came. It's good to see you again. How have you been? The same as always. People watch the interaction between the two. Don't you think you should ask? How I am too here. Take my assistant. Says that at parties, it's always ladies first. Thank you, Your Highness. Princess Daphne of the Raisin Kingdom. And where the Anos arrived. We see the two of them passing through the door. Everyone is watching them. We see their faces. The Princess of Afrin remains beautiful as always. That's Count Enos. The same one who was promised to the Princess by Lair. Indeed. They make quite the pair. Observing the two of them. Has your opinion changed, Anos? The same one who was mentioned in Edmund's letter. The Grand Master Swordsman. You know each other? He continues to think. For some reason. He doesn't seem to be from this world. In sequence. He replies. I've never heard of it. Come to think of it. The woman who was with you last time. Won't she come? I was curious about her. I only asked because I don't know many people here. Just wait a little longer. She's always liked dramatic entrances. The star of the party. Your Majesty. King Tomalova. Third sovereign of our King Drake. The door opens. And the king appears accompanied by two girls. The young woman's eyes widen. That woman was the princess of the Drac Kingdom. Is that the dramatic entrance you mentioned? The girl starts walking and is startled. When looking at her master Doc, she notices the girl by his side. Why is she here? It wasn't the first princess who would come. I don't like her either. Near the Baron. Thank you all very much. I'm very grateful for you coming to celebrate my birthday with me. I hope everyone has a wonderful experience. What kind of gift will you receive this year? I'm already getting excited. Ah, yes. Let's start. A gift from the Duke. Icarus. For your Majesty. The king picks up a small box. Huh? That's a ring. This ring will protect you. It nullifies any offensive magic. Below the fourth circle. An artifact. He said. An artifact. I didn't think there were any artifacts left. Questions your. Hamadoki is the name given to an object fused with magic. Since there are no more ninth circle mages, they are priceless relics. An artifact imbued with high-level nullification magic would be beyond priceless. Thank you for such a rare gift. Duke Icarus. And again, happy birthday, Your Majesty. As expected of Duke Icarus, he brought something amazing. Is there anything that can surpass this ring? And then, several expensive gifts were given, but none of them surpassed Duke Icarus' gift. Your Majesty, the last gift comes from Baron Blizzard. How are you, sir? Your Majesty. Oh, Baron Blizzard, I'm happy to see you. It's all thanks to your blessing. Your Majesty, the gift I prepared is the hide of an ice ogre that I hunted personally. An ice ogre? Being an ice ogre. So you're referring to that savage ogre from the northern lands? Your Majesty, it's not much, but I hope you accept my sincerity. Your Majesty, thank you very much. Baron Blizzard, I will make of this hide winter clothes to wear during the cold season. Bringing such a cheap gift? Worthy of a commoner. Indeed, only that would seem insufficient. So I decided to bring another gift. The king opens the box. This is... What could this be? These are eggs of a monster. Of a monster? Eggs of a monster? Why would he bring this here? This is extremely disrespectful. Your Majesty, this is an insult to the royal family. Guards, what are you doing? Take Baron Blizzard out of here. Immediately, the guards start walking in his direction. But the king shouts, Stop. Everyone stops. Could you explain to me what this means? Baron Blizzard, these eggs are wyvern eggs. An ice wyvern. A species that only exists in Cairo. They are a comma, 5 times bigger than the normal wyvern. Since ancient times, there have always been attempts to tame the ice wyverns, but their fierce nature makes it difficult to get their eggs, and raising them is extremely difficult. So it has always been considered impossible to take them, even normal wyverns. If tamed, would bring extreme military strength. The small nation of the Zeba kingdom led their wyvern knights to conquer the neighboring countries and became the Great Zeba Empire. A well-known story. In short, taming an ice Ivan would increase the military power of the king of Drac tremendously. Thinking that, the king says, "Blizzard, I am grateful for the gift, but you know that raising one Ivan is more difficult than getting your egg. It's not as your majesty said. Raising an Ivan is not an easy task. However, Seu Mudoc whistles lilies. People start screaming hysterically. It is a winter. One of the people screams upon noticing the monster appearing in the window. Seu Mudu who says, "This is an Ivan I created since he was a cub. I will teach the real creators how to create an ice Ivan. If when the Ivan grows up, we mark the face of your majesty on it, he will recognize you as his owner and will obey faithfully. I am also offering 2 of these eggs in honor of the princesses, so that they become the guardians of the royal family, thinking not only of myself, but even of my daughters. You are really thoughtful. It seems that the Drac Kingdom is destined to become as powerful as the Seba Empire. This is the greatest gift I have ever received in my entire life. Thank you very much. Baron Blizzard, I'm glad you liked it. Your Majesty, some days ago, you told me through the communication stone to expect something. So that's what you meant. Damn Blizzard. How did he get so many weaver eggs? But I have also prepared something. Your Majesty, I have something urgent to report. 2 days ago, you found out that Baron Blizzard sent an army to Viscount Roxland's territory. Why would Carilo send an army to Toph? Baron Blizzard has started a territorial war. A territorial war. A territorial war. To start a territorial war without reporting to the court a serious crime against that man. Insolent who dared to start a territorial war without even informing. Your Majesty, I demand the harshest punishment. His Mudu who stays quiet. If that's true, I'm in a complicated situation. What do I do? At this rate, the Baron's reputation will go down the drain. See you later. Blizzard, Your Majesty, the sale of slaves is allowed in the Drake Kingdom, isn't it? Any action involving slaves is prohibited. He takes a paper from his clothes and says, "This is a scroll of records containing all of Roxland's slave transactions. Everyone, including the king and princess, are astonished by this information. Roxland captured residents of my territory and sold them as slaves, witnessing my people being enslaved. How could I contain my anger? Slaves? That's impossible. Roxland, you greedy pig. You were selling slaves behind my back. Criminals who violate the 10 royals can be diverted to a territorial war without king's approval. Am I wrong, father? As there is a valid reason, I won't hold you responsible. Besides, I declare that Toss is now part of Carillon territory. Everyone in the room celebrates. Your Majesty, as Baron Blizzard's territory has grown, how about giving him a new title? Ah, indeed. You are right. Come here. Baron Blizzard. Seu Mudu walks to the king. Baron Blizzard. From this moment on, I declare you Viscount. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Your Majesty. Blizzard. No matter the cost, I will end you. We see him leaving the place, Anos. Apparently irritated. Seu Mudu is standing on a balcony. He thinks of the princess next to the king. Because of all those nobles surrounding me, I couldn't talk. Nothing with Miss Shield. Even so, I finally made some progress. He remembers everything that happened up to the moment of the kiss. Someone arrives behind him. Who are you? Upon asking this, he thinks, this man is probably Ano's dog from the Raisin Kingdom. It took you long enough. Mas te encontrai. Seu Madoku. A lingua das planesis centrais. O inimigo de meu mestre de minaceta. Vaguei por tanto tempo procurando por você. Ele comica a sacra sua espada. Com uma energia sendo emanada. Esse Cairo. A fragrância de flor de ameixa. Naomi diga que esse carai. Esse meu discípulo esteves aqui. Tudo teria sido diferente. O discípulo que o mestre John Pudum. Falu seu lido de morte. Aquil chamado de Omire. Genio de todas as planesis centrais. Ligen chong. Do lado de fora. Vimos a luta acontecendo. Su esse defend dos attacks do homem. Mas esse neo para de partir para cima. Enquanto as espadas de ambos esse chocam. Senhor Mudoc e arremessado para trás. O homem esse prepara. Uma chama comica esse formar msua mal. Ele salta para cima de Mudoc e realiza o ataque su. E arremessado para trás. Mas sem nem ter tempo para reagir. Sus alhas esse irregalam. Outro ataque vem msua de rico. A pesar do golpe. Ele consegue esquivar. Ambos perm frente a frente. Enteo. Os rumores sobre você ser o mais prodigio das planícies centrais. Neo ir mentira. Neo esse demes. Senhor Madoku faz. Tracenas. But I found you. Co Madoku. The tongue of the Central Plains. The enemy of my sect leader. I've wandered for so long looking for you. He starts to draw his sword, with an energy being emanated. This smell? The fragrance of plum blossom. Don't tell me this guy is. If my disciple were here, everything would have been different. The disciple that Master John put him. Spoke of on his deathbed. The one called the greatest. Genius of all the Central Plains. Li Jin Chong. Outside, we see the fight happening. Co defends himself from the man's attacks. But this one doesn't stop coming at him. While the swords of both clash. Lord Mudoc is thrown back. The man prepares. A flame begins to form in his hand. He jumps on top of Mudoc and performs his attack. He's thrown back, but without even having time to react. His eyes widen. Another attack comes in his direction. Despite the blow, he manages to dodge. Both stop face to face. So, the rumors about you being the biggest prodigy of the plains, Central, weren't a lie. Don't think too much of yourself. Lord Madoka makes. 3 years. I've been looking for you. For 3 years. After managing to track you down and sail on the same boat, I was waiting for the right moment to kill you. But after a terrible storm and a flash of light, when I regained consciousness, I was in this world. Not a single day has passed where I've forgotten. My revenge. While he speaks, or thinks, the air is different. Finally, I can take your head, and finally get rid of all the grudge from Mount Rua. While he prepares, Mudu who observes. That strike seems different. Even I would have difficulty defending against that. But suddenly, one person arrives at the location. The two observe to see who it is. Baron Blizzard, not Viscount. I was looking for you. What are you two doing? We were just having a chat between two people. From the same homeland. That woman, Princess Schiller, Macmarin of the Gaia Kingdom. You are close to being the Madoki. Your homeland. Yes, the Central Plains. Where is that? While the conversation happens, he thinks, kill if Mudu, that in front of the princess could escalate things. It's frustrating. But the best decision will be to retreat for now. So he says, I'll be going first. Please, continue your conversation. Ah, yes, nice to meet you. The boy leaves the place. But before, through sound transmission, says his Madoku. One sound transmission. Just like you took everything from me. I will destroy everything important to you. Your assets, your loved ones, everything without exception. Starting with the person for whom you have shown the most affection. The princess of the Drac Kingdom. You bastard. Don't you dare touch his shield. She has nothing to do with our conflict. That will depend only on you. See you later. You're Maduk Viscount. Are you listening to me? Wait, Li Jin Young. You seem to be in a serious conversation. Did something happen with Count Anos? He just passes by the girl. An urgent matter has arisen, so I need to withdraw. Despite that, she holds him by the clothes. Budok looks back. Is there still something to say? Well, it's not that important. Despite saying that, she thinks, what do I say? He came to me personally, and now he just leaves like that? How rude. You really need some etiquette lessons. Your Mudok stands before you and questions you. By any chance, doesn't the princess have anything better to do? Authorities from all nations have come to celebrate Her Majesty's birthday. Isn't it the princess's duty to represent Gaia and entertain them? Why do you keep bothering me? That last sentence echoes through the princess's mind. She questions herself. Bother you? Me? Other men would do anything to talk to me. Why is this man so different? She says, don't get me wrong. I just came to congratulate you on your promotion. That's all. I ended up being too harsh. I apologize, princess. But it's really urgent. so I need to go. Thank you for your words. He leaves the balcony. The princess stretches out her hand, touches the glass, and watches her Mudok approach Ekel. While watching him talk to the princess, she thinks, if I had met him first, would he have liked me? After this thought, she slaps her own face. Now is not the time for silly thoughts. Wake up to life. Schiller McMahon. I need to protect my life. First, what matters now is surviving against my sister. As soon as I get back to the royal palace, I'll start conquering my reach. From the balcony, she notices something. That's Princess Daphne. Who is that man with her? I feel like I've heard it before. Oh, I remember. Wasn't that the Blizzard vassal Jerome? What are the two of them doing together at this hour? What? The princess disappeared again. Yes, she said she needed some fresh air. But we searched the whole castle and nothing. Damn. She always makes me so worried. Search again. Report to me. As soon as you find her. Outside, we see Daphne sitting. She watches the sky. Go to the Drac Kingdom with Candians as an emissary. If it wasn't for my older brother, there would be no reason for me to be here. I really want to disappear from here. She looks back. As soon as she hears another person say the same thing as her, at the same time. Who's there? I'm very sorry. I didn't imagine there would be anyone here at this hour. She observes Jerome. You don't need to apologize. I just got a scare. He's kind of handsome. She thinks while Jerome says, I apologize. I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Jerome, and I serve Viscount Blizzard. It's a pleasure to meet you. Jerome, I am Daphne Lay Rich. Daphne, what a beautiful name. Wait. Daphne Lay Rich. That famous one throughout the continent for her beauty? Princess Daphne of the Kingdom of Hassan? Noticing who the person in front of him is, Jerome kneels. Forgive me for not recognizing you, Your Highness. Sorry for my lack of respect. It's okay. I don't care about these things. Then, with your permission, I will retire now. He gets up and stares at her. She seems a little sad. Excuse me. Would it be okay if I stayed here? I'm waiting for the milord who is at the party. If my presence doesn't bother you. The girl is embarrassed, right? Do what you want. We see 3 moons high up. Jerome tells her a story. He started all the mess, and I was the one who had to clean it up. I'm telling you. Just looking at him makes me want to run away. Instinctively. It seems you have several complaints about your lord. Lord Jerome. Ah, it seems I ended up talking too much. It's all right. It's fun. And you, princess? Why do you want to run away? That's because my older brother forced me into an arranged marriage. I don't wish to sacrifice my life as a pawn for the country. You know, Jerome stares at her. Ah, the topic got heavy. It wasn't. I feel so comfortable talking to you that I spoke without thinking at all. As your humble servant, I just wanted to know if there's any way I can help you. Princess, if there's anything I can do, then I'll bet all my mana and help you, princess. She again, embarrassed, thinks. Why is my heart beating so fast? I can't even look him in the eye. Thank you for that. If you're talking about mana, you must be a mage, princess. She looks to the side. Sir Anos. Princess, I've been looking for you. But who is this guy? I am just a mere wizard who was passing by. Upon saying this, he thinks. One of the 10 sword masters. Lord Anos. As your escort has arrived. I'll leave you now, princess. Sir Jerome. Anos observes him. Upon remembering the conversation Jerome was having with her, we see a flame of anger ignite in his eye. Stopping to think. You knew, princess. As soon as the party is over, Your Majesty promised he will hold a grand engagement ceremony for us. She is astonished. Then, it's time to start accepting me into your heart, princess brother, without even warning me. Annoyed, she says. I'm going ahead. Jerome just watches. Just as I imagined. The groom of the arranged marriage was Enos. She looks back and Jerome notices something. Reading her lips. He understands. In 3 days. At the same time. We'll meet again. He is surprised by the message. AI escorts her back. Returning to the hall, Ashley talks to some young ladies. She walks through the space, but thinks, dealing with so many people is tiring. Would you give me the honor of a dance? He asks if I love Doc. She smiles and says, of course. The two begin to dance on high. Her Majesty calls her companion, Cotton. Yes, Your Majesty. Those two seem close. Is it my imagination? Or I believe you are right, sir. Your Majesty. He observes his daughter and comments. It's been so long since I saw her smile like that. Cotton, answer my question with sincerity. Go ahead. Your Majesty. Ask, do you think Ashley is in love with Blizzard? The Viscount. Blizzard certainly gained some notoriety recently, but I believe that is not the case. He was just a commoner a short time ago, even becoming a baron. And now, a Viscount courting the princess. That's unthinkable. No matter how skilled he is in combat, there's a limit to that. He wouldn't understand the complicated web of noble interests. It would be too difficult for him. I suppose you are right. The dance of the two shines in her eyes. I must not feed empty hopes. The other day, we see an Ivan flying. A person points up. There he is. The Ivan passes overhead. As it has been passing, Edmund's sword shin then. Managing to fend for yourself now, right? More than just fend for myself. Thanks to you. Of course. We are the largest merchant group in the kingdom. Business is expanding daily. Let's talk better inside. I heard that you won a territorial war and became a Viscount. So much has happened in so little time. Edmund, I came here today to ask you for a favor. A favor? Please speak. I need a mansion. A mansion, yes. And it must overshadow Duke Icarus's mansion in pure grandeur and splendor. Understood. I'll prepare it as quickly as possible. He thinks. So you're finally starting to move. The bastards who ruined our merchant association, the house, and Duke Icarus. It's time to take revenge. Since that man is Duke Icarus, he will surely be defeated. The only thing I can do is make sure he never lacks money. That's all I can offer, huh? He asks. But swordsman, where are your subordinates? Why did you come alone now? You are a Viscount. I gave them a little job to do. We see Jerome, kind of disguised somewhere. The massacre of the Miller family. Find out who's behind it, Jerome. Do I look like a slave by any chance? Sending me all kinds of work? Just because I'm a lord. You think you have that right? Is Princess Afrin doing well? Because she asked us to meet. That I thought had disappeared. How long have you been alive? Jerome Leon. I'm still gorgeous. Don't you think, huh? Even coming back from the dead. Your prince syndrome continues as always. And what kind of information are you looking for? He throws a bag on the table. Liam opens and finds a lot of money. This amount is large for a small investigation. We're talking about someone important. They only sent me to get information, so I don't know the details well. Who is the target? Jerome puts his hands together and says, Miller Kramer. That's why the payment was so high. They want to kill me. Is that what you're talking about? You don't know? Everyone who investigated Miller Kramer's death ended up dead. I was never here. Let's forget this job. Jerome slams the table. If you bring me information, I'll pay double. Liam stops and says, It's been 10 years. Maybe it's easier now. Wait a little. Jerome starts sweating nervously. What could have happened? Even Lion, master of the Information Guild, is scared. He gets thoughtful. This means there's someone dangerous involved. Getting straight to the point. The Kramer family was a house with Dal Miller. He was the second son of Count Kramer, a super respected family in the Kramer kingdom. It's 10 years ago. The whole family was poisoned, and Miller was the only survivor. Then he managed to discover the culprit. Yes, the culprit claims to have been Baron Guidon, but Baron Guidon is not the real culprit. He was just a puppet who gave the order to poison us. It was someone else. About the Red Moons. We see a blade coming out of a hand. Today, I'm going to kill Baron Guidon and end my revenge. Someone arrives at the scene. What are you doing at this hour? I knew you when you were little. You've grown so much. Young master, I am Edmund from the Royal Merchant Association. Count Kramer used to help our association. Allow me to tell you the truth about that day. Who carried out the poisoning? It was really Baron Guidon. But the mastermind of the murder was Duke Icarus. How impossible. What would Duke Icarus get from eliminating the Kramers? The Merchants Association. Drake, known for being the largest merchant association in the kingdom. Drake, who really runs this association, is Duke Icarus, if that's the case. Exactly. To expand his merchant association, Icarus eliminated both merchant associations, Royal, who was at its peak, and the Kramers. The young man falls to his knees. That means that I've been working for the man who killed my family. He starts laughing and goes crazy. The other three watch him. Suddenly, he stops laughing. Where are you going, Miller? To kill Duke Icarus. With your current skills? That would be impossible. I don't care, Miller. You know you're being quite reckless now. Don't you want me to do it? So you're going to try to stop me too? All right, Lord. Lord Swordsman. Since you want to go so badly, then defeat me first. If necessary. I will not hesitate. He faces his Mudok. Miller goes on the attack in his. Observes him. He performs the attack, but his Mudok appears behind him. A precise blow to the vital points, with the smallest possible movement, proves that he has been training hard every day. However, Mudok, who hits him with 2 fingers, the young man opens his mouth in pain and falls to the ground. I hit your vital point. You won't be able to move for half a day. Upon saying this, he stares at the boy, who even after being hit, he struggles to get up, and with his own hand, he hits the vital points. Thus trembling, he begins to rise. I never taught you to use that technique. How the hell did you learn that? Didn't you just use it? What? He managed to copy me after seeing it just once. It's not over yet. He falls to the ground again. His Madoka watches surprised. Redmond, yes. Take Miller to a room. And when he wakes up, tell him to come meet me. You're going to punish the young master, aren't you? Starting tomorrow, I plan to teach him personally. Forgive me, as I suspected. My eyes didn't deceive me. Miller is a rough jewel with great potential. If taught well, he can become a top-level assassin. Of course, there's still a long way to go. Suddenly, the stone in his pocket lights up. What's happening? Viscount. It's me, it's Shield. Please, help me. I'm cold. It's Shield. Where are you? It's Shield. He runs out of the place. He opens a hole in the wall and runs in a random direction. Hold on tight. It's Shield. His Madoka lands on the ground and thinks, damn it, it's Shield. Where are you? Even though it's not particularly cold today. She said she was cold. So, the coldest place around here. She must be there. I found it. He opens the door. It's Shield. Upon entering the place, he gets startled. It's Shield. That's how we see them talking. Princess, how did you end up trapped here? Well, I want to take a look at the wyvern egg you gave me, but the door ended up closing. I warned you that the stable that contained the wyvern's eggs was enchanted with magic to maintain the temperature. Why would you be so reckless? I'm sorry, Lord. But thanks to this communication stone, you came. Your Mudok size. Then, he hugs her. Never again. I won't lose you again. At first, she doesn't understand. But she returns the hug. Suddenly, the two look inside. Ashley seems a little startled. One of the eggs breaks, and a small wyvern gets up. Right, princess. Remove the mucus stuck on the wyvern's body. That way, the cub will recognize you as its mother. He's so cute. I wonder if the mark worked. Try talking to him. Ah, hello. Nice to meet you. She carries the wyvern in her arms. He opens a smile. Shoot hugs her. It seems like this is a female. Can you tell? By the appearance, it's possible to discover the sex of the wyvern. They do the same with the chicks. Oh, I understand. Well, she looks healthy. Then take good care of her. Of course. Thank you very much, my lord. I'm going to raise you until you are beautiful and healthy. What do I call her? She's yours. So choose a good name. From a window, a maid observes the interaction between the two. After the king's birthday, Baron Blizzard comes forward. The title conferral ceremony was held. Officially, I through this ceremony have named you the Viscount of the Drake Kingdom. And so, your Mudok officially received his title, and the Grand Council was convened immediately. The Grand Council is a meeting in which all the nobles of the kingdom can attend, usually to elect council members or deal with nobility matters. The first matter today is the election of members. Those who wish to nominate someone, raise your hand and say your name. A person raises their hand. I in the middle of Duke Icarus. Another also raises. I in the middle of Count Slap. His Madoki watching analyzes. A fierce competition, even without saying anything. It is clear who is on Icarus' side. Who is a servant of the king. Now that I've become a Viscount, I doubt anyone will nominate me. Me in the middle? Viscount Blizzard. Upon hearing this, not only is he astonished, but so is everyone else in the room. The one saying this is Icarus' own hound. He has demonstrated his abilities many times. I believe he is qualified to be part of the council. Any objections? I agree. Any objections? His Majesty merely observes. You were quick to send the Viscount to the northern lands before, and now you are appointing him as an officer. What kind of scheme are you plotting this time? It seems to be unanimous. Congratulations on entering the royal court, Viscount. After saying this, he thinks. The council meets every week. So once you are a member, you cannot stray too far from the kingdom. And I have eyes and ears everywhere. So you will no longer be able to increase your power outside of my reach. Go ahead. Try as much as you want. Blizzard. With each attempt, you become more and more entangled in the web. In another moment, we see a child thinking. I signaled you to come to my room. After the encounter, don't tell me he didn't notice. Of course I noticed. Viscount. So what did you want to talk about? Why did Duke Icarus recommend you? I don't know. Do you have any guess? None. But it's hard to believe it was willingly. He already sent assassins to attack my father. And he also sent you to the north. Definitely. There's some scheme behind the scenes. But thanks to his recommendation, now I can see you more often. Isn't it? I think I should thank Duke Icarus for that. He's the type to do anything to get his objectives. If you're not careful, who knows what could happen? It's shield. Just like before. I'll find a way to overcome it too. So you don't need to worry. She stares at him and smiles. Your Highness, can I come in? Hide. Please. Hide for a moment. As soon as she says that, she realizes he's already gone. Only the wind passes through the window. 10 days ago. What? Run away? Did I hear right? You want to run away? Where to? Anywhere will do. Can you take me to a place where nobody will recognize me? Princess, I serve the Lord of Carlin. If they find out I helped you escape, it could start a war between the nations. So your promise was a lie? What you swore you would help me with. Don't you remember? It was my first time, leaving the castle, talking to other people. After my father passed away, my brother locked me in my room. I'm not allowed to leave, unless it's a national event. However luxurious the clothes were, or how tasty the food was, freedom was getting further and further away. After that, they arranged a political marriage for me with Count Anos. I tried to like him, but he's just my brother's loyal dog. My feelings, values, or thoughts don't matter. The way he looked at me was like my brother's cold stare, observing a mere object. The only person who looked at me differently was you, Lord Jerome. Only you. He stares at her. Sorry if I bothered you. I was too naive to believe that promise. Goodbye, Jerome. Clenches his fist. Princess. Wait a moment. Don't forget. That's not going to work. Wait, maybe there's a way. Oh no, it's still impossible. Princess. Leave her. Turn to him, huh? So, are you going to help me or not? Make up your mind. I'm going to her personality. Just did a 360. The princess's gaze changes. Thank you very much. Mr. Jerome. I'll tell you the meeting place. She has a split personality. In 10 days. At the Eastern Tavern of the Castle Gates. I will wait on the 3rd floor of the Russian Blue. Until sunset. No one can know about this. And today we never met. Your Highness, I understand. See you there. We see Jerome nervously standing in front of a door. What's the matter? I'd like to inspect the city of Toph quickly. Alone, yes. I need to confirm that Walmer is taking care of everything properly. The inspection is important. All right, go ahead. After the next meeting, I'll join you. No, that won't be necessary. It's a 5-day trip. Even on horseback. I don't want to interfere with your presence in the council. I'll make a report on the way back. What are you talking about? It's only a 1-day trip from Wyvern. That's right. We have the Wyverns. I completely forgot about that, Jerome. Did something happen? You've been strange this last week. Me strange? No way. Your Madoku is staring at him. Then I'll trust you. Thank you very much. Despite saying that, your Madoka sighs as soon as he leaves. We see Jerome outside. Tomorrow is finally the day. Normally I would have refused. So why? This is crazy. Jerome, you can still go back. He remembers the girl crying and lets himself be moved. The other day, we see Ashley next to her father. Walking. Duke Ricardos. What is he thinking? He wouldn't invite the Viscount to the royal meeting. Without a reason. Still, the Viscount said he's going to manage. Will everything be okay? His Majesty the King and Her Highness Princess Ashley are entering. She enters the venue. Her eyes search for Blizzard until she finally finds him. They nod to each other. Then we will begin the Royal Council meeting. The first matter on the agenda was pointed out by the Duke. Icarus, Your Majesty Princess, and dear nobles, the matter I bring today is related to the princess's wedding. The king, as well as his master, Duke and his child, are astonished. Everyone in the room starts talking to each other. My wedding? What the hell are you talking about? What Icarus? If my proposal scared you, I'm sorry, princess. However, the lady has already reached 20 this year. And yet, forget a wedding. Your Highness has no groom. This situation has never been seen before in the royal family. If something goes wrong, the royal lineage could be harmed. So I formally propose that your wedding be expedited. Duke Icarus, how dare you say such insolence? You have no respect left. Watch your words, sir. The Duke merely spoke in concern for the future of the kingdom. Are you saying that you are not concerned about the future of the royal lineage? While everyone argues, Ashley gets annoyed. Silence. Silence. Immediately, she grabs the hammer and breaks it on the table, while screaming, "Calm down, everyone." As requested, everyone is silent. My apologies. Please, continue with the meeting. Father, why aren't you saying anything? Sit down, Ashley. Do you agree with what he said? Didn't you promise me the choice of my fiancé? It is the duty of the children of the royal family to accept their destiny. Stop with your nonsense. Ashley is shocked by her father's words. She begins to leave the room. Your Highness, the meeting isn't over yet. We were leaving through the door. He's changed. Who just watches Lancia? What should I do? The person who loves me. Viscount Blizzard. Nothing has been decided yet. Don't jump to conclusions or give up. Nothing has been decided yet.